Wait, it's your first
Hey,
time?
thank you for joining us today. We are... You're not Eldrin. Wait a second. I have Richard in cams twice. That's so weird.
No,
My apologies.
Slate's doing it again. God damn it, Slate.
Yeah, if anyone was going to do that, Slate's the man. I will fix that
my day
now.
off.
Sorry about that, Kyle.
Night, everybody.
So, there we go. All fixed.
We're on to you, Slatey.
Thank you. Hey, welcome. We are back. Thank you for joining us. This is The Wandering Isles, I think, right? It's been a lot of productions lately.
Yeah.
A lot of productions, right?
Absolutely.
Not taking this moment to plug, but we have got Extra Play lately, where Mr. Rory has been playing Alien Isolation and scaring us all shitless, which has been amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for that jump scare, buddy. Appreciate that.
Busy's been playing Valheim as well on it, which has been fantastic to watch.
Less jump scares.
That is Twitch exclusive content. Feel free to follow us on Twitch. Have a look. Check it out. We appreciate you. And today is our first time streaming on the TikTok. So, hey, we're here. We made it. We got our 1,000 followers, and TikTok were like, would you like to stream? And we were like, what? And so here we are. Yeah, today we are joined by, I had to remember what we were doing. Ryan as Amadriana, Kian as Dash, Rory as Eos, Richard as Slate, and Kyle as Eldrin. Mr. Busy is under the weather today. We hope you are feeling better soon, my friend. I think that's everything. So, Busy was supposed to do recap, so we have somebody else doing recap today, please. It's Kian. Take it away.
A dashing recap, because what else? Last time in The Wandering Isles, our adventurers gathered once more beneath the brooding skies of Saigo no Toshi. Slate, restored to his familiar form, rejoined the group just as Amadriana revealed she had unfinished business, an audience at the Jade Tsuba with a figure cloaked in mystery, the Willow. As Eos and Eldrin tended to the horses, Amadriana and Dash stepped back into the winding streets. Slate, cloaked in disguise, walked beside them, adopting the guise of a combat trainer. At the fighting house, Dash attempted to charm his way into free drinks with a reckless gamble, invoking the name of the Archon. Oopsie. Instead, he drew the gaze of something far worse, the Wraith, Amadriana's chosen opponent. Their pre-fight exchange hinted at a deeper story, fragments of an ancient feud between a blue man and an old man, a battle waged for the very soul of the city. The duel began under heavy tension, the crowd leaning against Amadriana, yet, through grit and the quiet intervention of her allies, she found her footing and claimed victory by the narrowest of margins. Her reward? A strange and potent device known only as a retractable adaptive field transport. A raft. With their work in Saigo no Toshi complete and the city sleeping deeper into shadow, the group turned their eyes eastward. The departure was heavy, marked by things unsaid and lives unraveled. As a slart rolled on through silver mist and soft rain, Dash and Hatsu shared a rare moment of vulnerability, a conversation about loss, legacy, and what it means to leave a home behind. Amadriana, ever dry, mused about meeting Eos's mother. Eos, perhaps seeking clarity in her own reflection, finally offered the group her surname. A small gesture, but an enormous step. The road twisted through ancient forest where the world still dared to be beautiful. Dusk-shedder snakes shimmered like molten sunset. Ash-cap owls drifted on silent wings. Silverback elk haunted the tree line like ghosts. Lantern slugs blinked in bioluminescent rhythm, and flicker foxes danced through the underbrush. Even a great forest bear was seen, massive, calm, and indifferent to human troubles. Nature endures, nature forgets, but peace does not last. In the silence, Slate once more opened the cursed tome of Athros, the Shadowed. Its whispers grew louder, crueler. Pain is the truest form of clarity, it told him. Let the agony of thought peel away the false self. Slate stared too long. Blood crept from his nose. Amadriana tore the book from his grasp, and in doing so, saw something that was not meant for her eyes. A vision took her. Her father, monstrous, shifting, stood atop the aisles. Her friends and kin dead at his feet. A tower, a battle, a lone automaton, small and strange, offered the only chance at victory. If it succeeds, she may strike down her father. If it fails, the Archon will command power long thought lost to myth. The vision ended as violently as it begun. Amadriana awoke in the cart, breath ragged, eyes wide. Her voice trembled as she told the others what she saw. No one knew how long she'd be gone. The silence that followed said more than words could. Something terrible is on the horizon, and whether they know it or not, they're already standing in its shadow. Welcome back to the Wandering Isles.
Hell yeah. Nice. Nicely done. Take your inspiration for picking up Busy's work in just a very short amount of time. That was great. Well done. As you move through the forest... Oh, that reminds me. The animals that you referenced there, I never said them last week, but they were in my notes, and I realized that they were put into the recap, but it was too late. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Retconned.
They were things that I had, like, if you guys were like, what do I look out? And what do I see? I was like, I had a prepped list of shit, and like, I forgot when I dumped all that on the website. I completely forgot that wasn't talked about. So
I was reading that. I was like, I don't remember that, but also I don't trust my memory. So I was like, I must have been there.
It's okay. It's been 2 weeks. We missed a week due to some sudden stuff.
Don't you remember that, Dash? We all saw it.
Yeah, well, like
take Dash's inspiration.
There must be a sketch of the owl here somewhere. I can't have missed an owl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we find ourselves still wandering through that forest, approaching Gatai. You're still a ways away. It's probably... forgive me if I said this in the last stream, because I don't remember. I know we were trying to wrap it up quite quickly to get through that sort of the travel period. Yeah, you're moving through Gatai, and I would say there's probably a day left just to...
just before we get to Gatai, just to clarify. Is that right?
Technically, I think it is a day's travel, so... Yeah, you'd be nearly at Gatai. Let's just say you're nearly there. It's the night before you get there. That's the easiest way to put it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Are we traveling on, or should we rest up before we approach something like civilization? Medriana, you look like shit. You look like you could need a rest.
Honestly, I just wish we could get off this thing. It's nice and all, but after a few hours it gets a bit annoying.
Let's say we pull in, get a half-decent meal cooked up, and rest the bodies.
We could scout the town as well before we actually go in. I know you also said that it should be okay, but you still need to check just to make sure.
It'll be fine for you.
I think that's assumed most places we go, I suppose. Shall we stop for now then?
Sure.
I could definitely do with a bite.
Wonderful.
You call up to Hatsu, who I believe was riding the lead horse. I think he said that last week. And he pulls in at the next major clearing that you guys can go through. It's a big open field, a lot of space for you to kind of control everything, see everything. Though your regular checks are encouraged always. With that, once you've all disembarked, Madriana, the button is there, so you push the button, it turns back into a small cube, and your slart can be packed away. Ducky and the horse is still there. Obviously, they didn't fall away.
Time of day?
Optimus slart.
Nighttime.
Okay.
Late. Optimus slart, yeah. I just got that.
As I put in the chat as well, I'm changing it. It's not raft anymore, it's slart. Singularity limited actuating remote transport.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
God damn, okay.
You can adjust whatever names you want. I've said that before. That's absolutely fine. I may call it raft 100 more times before I get to slart, but we'll get there. Absolutely. So, I mean, what are you guys doing to prepare or to wind down?
I would like to ask Hatsu, can I have a power ball? Or am I on more of a fast at the moment?
I believe you had one this morning, Eldrin.
That's a really good Hatsu impression.
It's the best I can do, man. Busy has like a luxurious voice.
Deeper.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I haven't got that register. I can use sound effects to get there. I can't really do it.
Understood. Thank you, Hatsu-san. And I put my hand on my chest and hi. I head back, slightly not upset, but I'm like,
You kind of kick grass a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to like not eating a lot of food and kind of being on this fasted state. So yeah.
You turn around just to say one more thing to Hatsu, but he's already swinging from trees and he's gone into the woods.
Arizan.
I think it's on point. I think that's what Busy would have done anyway.
I'd like to do the usual, create the V-shape log burning fire, because, you know, practice makes perfect.
Does anyone have an axe?
I think...
Because I don't believe you guys have wood with you.
This
is a casual reminder to ensure you have your stuff with you. Yeah. But I still want you to make this thing because it's dope. I love this.
Yeah, I have... the closest I would have for small shrubbery and small branches and stuff like that would be an entrancing shovel. So just to collect enough. So rather
Let's say
than
you
logs,
can get small
maybe
sticks
be a more
then.
traditional. Yeah, more traditional fire. That's fine.
The next kind of town you're in with stores and stuff like that, you can absolutely
Yeah.
also invest in an axe.
Perfect. Yeah. The big thing that I wanted to do anyway, after, you know, creating the fire and while people are setting up shop and setting up tents and everything, is to just use some of the leftover ingredients and stuff and try my hand to lift the mood with the best culinary excellence that I can manage, and if I can take some inspiration to some of the things that we saw flavor wise on the journey to Saigo and Toshi, that is kind of what I'm doing. Strike while the iron's hot. It's in my head, trying to lift the spirits and make something nice for everybody, more or less.
Yeah. There's a nearby stream and it's easy to get some growth and vegetation from it, and find the things that you want to find. It's not complicated. This is Arboreus, so anywhere in the wild is just a plethora, a smorgasbord of just vegetation and flora, fauna, everything. It's all kind of open and available to you. Dash is like probably in a field day. One of the things I love about my cat is that when it sits at the window, we have a bird feeder outside, and it sits there just staring at birds. And sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this is what Dash would be doing. Like, if any of you would be doing this is Dash. So I feel like Dash is like that at the moment, just sitting with the horses, just looking up, because there's birds you've never seen before. I don't know if you've been to Arboreus besides Saigo no Toshi, so.
No. So, sketching mad, but also kind of wants to see if he can hunt a rabbit.
Wascally Wabbit.
No, Wascally Wabbit.
You can do a survival check to see if you can find the tracks for said rabbit.
I'd
Rolling
like
dice
to,
in this game?
assist in that, because if I'm going out looking for whatever we can find, mushrooms, truffles, whatever, berries, I assume that, you know, that would come up in conversation and Dash and I would be looking together. And, you know, I know a little something about that, so.
Okay, no problem.
Individual rolls or advantage? How are we doing this?
If he has
I'll assist
survival,
you.
he can do it as well. But are you just talking about guidance, or do you mean both? You mean both? Probably mean both, actually.
Both.
Yeah.
I would, you know, impart some wisdom on what I know about tracking, then I would assist in the job while doing my own thing, but kind of assisting with Dash, but also looking for, you know, bits and pieces.
Perfect, yeah. So if you're proficient in survival, absolutely. You can both roll, or one of you can roll, you decide.
Jack of all trades.
I would say in future that the person offering help decides if it's one person rolling or two people rolling. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
If they want to offer help, then maybe they want to do it themselves, or maybe they want to just give you a hand. I think that's pretty fair. So
Yeah, I went straight to assist, so.
cool.
So that is 18.
18. Yeah, you find a couple of rabbits.
Oh, brilliant. Can I try to
Oh, you
kill
can
them?
try. Yeah, you can certainly try.
I was waiting to see if you were just going to like give it to me or not, but yeah.
How about this? Why don't you tell me what weapon you're using? Let's take a look at that first.
Oh, short bow.
Short bow. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, because I've encountered rabbits before, and wouldn't like to get too close to them.
Yeah.
Like the last
Oh,
rabbit.
you remember. Good.
Yes, I do. Those fucking flying weird things.
You knock your bow. I would say take your shot.
17 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yeah. Definitely hits one of them.
I don't like the dough.
Go ahead and roll for damage for me.
Oh, do I have to? I kind of don't want to now. Gotta take it back. That is a 10 damage. But I'm just going to throw it out there. If Slate is nearby, do I get sneak attack?
Oh, he's not near them, is he? Slate, are you very close to those rabbits by any chance? Within 5 feet of those rabbits?
I have guidance. No, that doesn't give me advantage.
That helps you to hit them. You've made the hit already. Doesn't help you with the damage.
The truth is, though, did they see Dash? Because if they didn't, he would be at advantage anyway.
They didn't at first, but I don't think
Rabbits
sneak
have big
attack
ears.
matters. They don't have 10 HP, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know you say that, but I'm very worried.
Oh, straight through the head, just like the rabbit just hits the ground. Salvageable arrow too.
I'll shoot the other one.
Okay, yeah. Knock your bow.
Ken,
Yeah.
you're making me nervous here, buddy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's just you're just rabbits, man. There's not gonna be any repercussions to this.
Oh my god. 17 to hit again.
Yeah, definitely hits.
That's 5 damage.
Okay. So, as the rabbits start to charge towards you, you knock your bow and you take a shot at another one straight through. That's okay. You kill it. No problem. They're still charging at you, though. Snarling begins. Bloodlust in their eyes.
I'll shoot again.
I would recommend it, yeah. They're about 2
Obviously,
rounds
I'm
from
in-
getting to you.
I'm in the vicinity of this, so I'm aware this is happening, presumably.
You're watching him and now watching the bloodthirsty rabbits move towards him, yeah.
What I'd like to do is assist using my mimicry. The creatures that we met in the caves way back.
Okay.
I want to, because, we had Mama running up to us in the beginning when there was that interaction. So I want to mimic the cry using my actor feat of the giant beast to see.
How loud would we be doing this intimidation check?
The way I see it is when you want to call a waiter across the restaurant, because you can see them, you adjust the distance according to how far away you believe they are.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like everybody everywhere in the world can hear me. It's
Kind of
at
just
them.
projecting forward. All right, I'll get you to make an
Yeah,
intimidation
projecting my
check.
voice.
Dash, how did you do in that roll there?
28 to attack and 6 damage.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You definitely got another one.
Wait, how many is there?
It's about 10 left.
Oh, Okay. Is there trees nearby?
Oh yeah, this is our Boris. There's always trees nearby.
Okay, in that case, because I have second story work, I'm just going to
Slate, unfortunately, a 7 is not that intimidating.
Do you ever go to say something and catch a fly in your mouth right as you go to
You're like,
not how I thought this was going to go. So in that case, what I'll do is I have a round left before they get to me, right? I have 2 gone. So I'm going
oh
to
no, you
just
have 3
kind of...
gone at this point. 4 maybe? You have a few gone. You have 3 gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, okay. Then I'll just shoot again, but I'm edging closer to a tree to be ready to get myself a bit of high ground. God
Sure.
damn it.
At this point range, though, you'd have disadvantage with your bow, as they are 5 feet from you.
Oh, well, in that case, then I'll move back so I don't have disadvantage and just start kind of going up the tree.
Are you disengaging from them, or?
Well, as they're kind of approaching, because I'll know if they're getting to within 5 feet, so I won't let them get to within where I have to actively disengage.
Okay.
So I'll just back up a bit and just fire at them again.
With second story work, how does your climbing work? Can you put that in chat for me, if that's okay?
Sure.
Dirty 20 definitely
I
hits
can.
a rabbit.
Okay. Second story work.
While he works that out, having failed the intimidation check, presumably giving my position away, making them aware of me.
Well, nothing came out, so...
Well, Well, what I'd like to do is step behind a tree, and rather than using any of my weapons or trying to use my crossbow as my action to attack, I want to use my action to take the form of a werewolf. I haven't done it before.
I was hoping for Elmerfoot, but I'll take werewolf this one.
So I'm going to go behind the tree, step behind the tree, take that action to change my form, and then I'm just going to step out, leaving the shadow and the visage of this creature.
Instead of looking like a werewolf in terms of posture, where they're magnificent, tall, they're like arched over and all of this stuff, you kind of just look like cosplay of a werewolf, more or less. Like you look like you have a really good cosplay, though, like a really good cosplay. Not BlizzCon cosplay, but like, it's up there, right?
What I'm hoping to rely on is, predatory instinct, etc., and the whole, that. If they live in the wild, they're used to creatures encroaching, etc., and to see if it halts them even momentarily, draws their attention, to see what reaction I get from them, basically.
Cool. I see you posted on the chat there, Dash, so tell me a little bit about it. So your climb speed is equal to your walking speed, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I can determine my jump distance using dexterity rather than strength, but it's the climb speed equal to walking speed that I'm interested in.
You just start huffing it up this tree. Slate, you step out and you go to sort of intimidate them, but you look, they have no interest in you whatsoever. They are hyper fixated on Dash. You can still choose to try and intimidate them if you want, but they are like shoving past you to try and just get up this tree. They are leaping, but they're getting a good vertical leap, about 25 foot up in the air. Like Dash is barely outmaneuvering these rabbits.
I'm going to walk over and, while this is happening, just retrieve any usable arrows and start putting the rabbits in. I'm going to start saying, "Good job, Dash, you keep them occupied."
No problem.
God damn it.
Dash, I would like you to make a perception check as you climb the tree, please.
That's what I'm good at, sure. I'll do that. That is, apparently I am good at it this time, 17.
Rolled an 18 for a total of 17. Nice.
Yes.
Rogues. So you are lucky because you just managed to avoid disrupting a nest of unknown origin. There are a few eggs in it, so there's a parent presumably pretty damn close. But you managed not to disrupt the nest, so I wouldn't worry too much. You continue to climb the tree. The rabbits are down below, just snarling away.
Okay, how many rabbits are left now?
I believe 8. Could be 9.
8.
I believe 8.
Wait, you said there was 10 and I took care of 4. How was there 8?
Oh, there was no. There was a lot more than 10. You've taken.
And rabbits multiply fast.
1, 2,
That's
3,
fast. Holy shit.
Okay, you take care of 4. So there's 8 left.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll shoot a couple more from up here.
That makes sense.
Are they?
Good choice.
They have like a 25 foot leap, so I'll stay, at 10 feet, I suppose, out of
you
their range.
edge your way out on a branch. Yeah.
No, I don't. I find a nice secure nook where I can
Just get your foot
anchor
bearing
myself
into it.
securely. Yes.
With the rapier, you're gonna. You're just
not
at that
rapier,
range, and you're just gonna.
That was I clicked the wrong thing. Ignore that. Ignore that.
I don't know. This seemed like you.
Ignore it.
It seems like you chose rapier.
No, I did not. I
Weird
chose
if you
to.
hit the branch beneath you, right?
That would be very weird. I'm shooting again. 24. I assume
24
hits.
Yeah.
And that
So
is
all of a sudden behind Dash just goes, "And now you shoot animals too."
He's just giving advice.
It's like not that one. That one. Nat 20.
That
Yay.
20 definitely hits. In fact, I'll let you hit 2.
Brilliant. I'll just rebound the arrow off of one skull through another or something.
Perfect. You have about 6 of them left. Before we continue,
God damn it.
if you miss one,
We're going to eat well.
they are going to definitely figure out how to climb this tree. At the moment, they're trying their best. They can't quite make it, but if you miss, that'll be my signal. So let's go.
All right, I'll keep going. God damn it.
Ooh, 15. Yeah, 15 hits. You're fine.
Jinxing me. 15 for 9. Slate, I hope you're getting all these arrows.
After picking up everything, I assume it doesn't take
25.
long to pick up the 1 or 2 rabbit corpses. I'm going to start shooting from where I am in a moment.
No problem.
How many's
I'm
left
pretty
now?
content watching this. I think there's 4 left. I don't remember now. Hang on, let me have a look.
God damn it.
done 8, so there's 4 left.
4 left, okay. This is good practice, at least. 17 hits.
You're doing great, pal. There will be no consequences for this, I'm sure. You have 3 left.
I'm sure. Stop saying that.
They were the last of their bloodline.
13.
Oh no, these are just the babies of their bloodline. 13 hits.
Fuck's sake.
And from what I hear, Kian loves a good daddy creature.
Hey, papi.
25 definitely hits. Almost there, Chief.
Okay, how many's left?
I think 2. I stopped counting. Every time I stop counting, you ask me.
Oh, fuck's sake.
24 definitely hits.
These are fantastic rolls. Why am I wasting them on rabbits?
This is only one more.
God
Baby
damn it.
rabbit left. Oh, 9. Oh, that is a shame. Oh, no, it hits.
Okay.
They were just
Oh,
rabbits
does it?
here. Okay. Yeah, they're
Fair
okay.
enough. Oh.
AC's like nothing. It would have been a nat 1 basically for you to miss.
Bloody hell.
9 hits, 7 damage. Yeah. So you're
Okay,
fine. You're
so
in the
we-
tree. Everything seems fine.
Cool, and I immediately climbed down from the tree.
Immediately, you don't look around or anything? Good to know.
I already looked around and I had a great perception check.
Of the tree, yeah. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you get
Can
down
I
off the
see-
tree.
Ken? Yeah, I hate
Having
you so much.
picked up 1 or 2 of the rabbits, is there anything different that I might notice about them? They're just regular rabbits, seeing as I'm picking them up and putting them in my backpack or
Regular
into my
rabbits.
hands, whatever.
What you do notice is the panic on Dash's face as he notices a werewolf collecting his kills. Like walking towards him collecting his kills, but besides that, yeah.
I'm going to take it. I did not notice.
You were
Slate
looking
trap.
upwards, he was changing downwards. You
And I
were
was
shooting
behind the
rabbits. And all you heard was him ever talking to you, which is normal, so.
So I panicked for a moment, but then having been in Hartwell, I just kind of just lower the bow and just kind of quizzical look, see what's happening.
And I'm just going to walk past, forgetting that I've changed, and just be like, "You're a weirdo." You're like in my own head, that kind of what are you doing? Like, just keep picking up the rabbits and just ignore them completely.
Who the fuck are you?
Then I'm going to remember, drop my phone and be like,
Oh, fuck's sake. Slate. Don't scare me like that. You should come up with a code word if you're going to be in disguise or something. Did you
Give me one more perception check, Dash.
No?
Okay, well, then don't.
Okay, I will.
I'm just going to take string from my backpack and tie all the rabbits together by their feet, you know.
That's a 11.
While you're talking to Slate, your eyes wander across the river in the just shadows of the forests on the other side, and you just see 2 red eyes atop a deer that disappears into the trees quite quickly.
Slate.
You,
Slate.
you
Slate.
see its head in the silhouette and the eyes, and it moves.
I'm just trying to keep my eyes on it, and I'm just doing like that. Slate. Do you see that?
Why are you touching me? Yes, what am I looking at?
The red eyes.
You don't see
What
that.
red
Slate.
eyes? What red eyes?
There was straight across. There was red eyes.
These
There
are
was-
normal rabbits. What are you talking about? They don't have red eyes.
Not the rabbits.
They do have red eyes, but that's not the point.
Like across over there, like in the trees. There was. You didn't see that?
No, I was too busy cleaning up your mess and getting dinner.
At least it's a decent sized meal. There's.
Going to
I feel like
hand them
there's-
back whatever arrows I may have.
Half
whatever I
of
may have
it's usually
recovered.
about half of what you use. So you used 12, I believe, to get the 12 kills, so you can have 6 back.
Perfect. Thank you.
We usually roll for it, but for now, let's just round up just to be a bit quicker.
Wonderful, thank you. And put those back shortly. Okay. Fine. Slate, While we're here, do you know anything about this? I'm going to take out the thing that says Marcus is alive. This was left in my room in Saikanotoshi. There was no one broke in, so far as I can see. Did you see anyone?
You mean other than Drell that I told everybody about, and then there's weird notches that appeared on Eos's bedpost? Other than the intruders that were obvious to everyone that we discussed? No, I didn't see anyone in anyone else's room because I wasn't there.
This was after that, and he seemed preoccupied with murder. So I wouldn't have thought him to be there, at least not to drop this particular missive.
Sorry, you didn't think that he could be in two places at once, is that what you're saying?
No, he could be in two places at once, but this would seem out of character.
Because he's
I'm trying to... I don't know if he's literate or not. It just seems... He doesn't seem that subtle to me. I feel like if he was trying to rub my father's state in my face, he would do it in person. Not
He
with a
probably
note.
would have written, "Oh shit" on it as well.
Or that, yes.
Yeah.
So you didn't see anyone? Inside check.
Yeah, roll for insight. Don't know why you're inside checking one of your closest friends, but I mean, yeah, if you want to. So I will need. I mean, Slate, we already know, so you can just roll deception if you want. There's no need to hide it.
Bitch.
That is a 24 total, so he seems pretty trustworthy, man. If anything, you trust him more now.
My concern is someone in the Archon's group knows my name. Therefore, they would know my father. So I'm wondering if he's been dragged into their circle somehow.
I mean, wherever you go, I go, because Fathros tells me that, if I remember correctly, something about you know the way home or something like that, so I guess we can figure it out together.
We're gonna have to go to Scorchwood, aren't we?
Yep.
That's gonna be a fun trip. You definitely didn't see those red eyes?
No. What were they attached to?
Shadow?
I guess ask Hatsu when he gets back.
I guess so. We should get back to the others. I'm starting to feel a little bit isolated and exposed out here.
That's probably a good shout.
I would say your tents and stuff are probably set up by now as they approach again the group with 12 slain rabbits.
We got dinner for a few days.
The boys will see Eos with a giant stick drawing in the ground. So, Eldrin and Adriana, about 2 hours that way is my house. By the lake.
On the lake.
On the lake.
On the lake.
What?
Sorry.
Did you kill rabbits?
12 of them.
Why?
Food.
Can't eat them.
Why not?
Look at them.
Yeah, they look delicious. Plus, Slate's a great cook.
I don't know, by the eyes, it looks like they have some sort of myxomatosis.
You've never eaten anything with red eyes?
Yes, but it didn't really have, foam coming out the mouth as well.
That's not... That's dandelion fluff.
That's the forest madness. You can't eat it. I mean, you can if you want to.
I'll stick to my rations, thank you, Dash.
More for me.
Okay.
Little fuckers put up a fight.
I
Also,
mean, against you, I can't imagine they wouldn't.
There's also red eyes wandering around the forest, so just beware.
Don't worry about it.
Are they the same red eyes as the rabbits?
No.
Can I have one, by the way? I just want to...
Adrian, no, don't eat it.
I'm not going to eat it. I only eat power balls. Can I just
Sure. Quit. Go from a rabbit.
and catch
Can
it?
I? Come.
Can I see visibly anything wrong with the rabbit? Can I tell in any way, shape, form if it's sick or anything? You know, there was mention of frothing from the mouth, all this kind of stuff. Am I able to deter from holding it? What's up with this little dude?
That's a pretty decent medicine check. That's what that is.
It's funny you should say that, actually, because the thing I was going to say was I wanted to check to see if Dash had been bitten and was having hallucinations.
We can medicine check Dash in a second as well. I'll start with Eldrin quickly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
26. They're not necessarily sick, as in there's something strange or wrong with them, but they are certainly, frothing at the mouth, probably rage-induced. Their eyes are a dull red, but were presumably not so dull moments ago. They look quite veiny and muscly. It's a little bit... it's not the best kind of meat that you want. Might make for good jerky or for like something... But it's very, I can't remember the word for it, but like when meat is really hard. Rugged meat? I don't remember what it's called. Tough, yeah, it's tough
Tender, yeah, stuff is not tender, yeah. I'll hand the rabbit back to Dash and I'll just say, make sure you cook that really good, really well. But, don't think you need 12 for yourself, though.
I had only anticipated getting a couple, but then they just kind of swarmed, so I had to take out the rest.
It's a bit weird. Never heard of rabbits swarming people. But
This is the
I've never
second
been
time
here.
I've encountered these kind of rabbits, actually.
only you? Or
Yeah,
maybe
good.
rabbits don't like you. I don't know.
Don't think I've done anything wrong to it. Never mind, I just killed 12 of them. Ignore that.
Were you about to say you've never done anything wrong to the rabbits before?
But prior to this,
There's somewhere in some little rabbit colony right now, they have your name etched into like their little home saying, "Get this man." Think on that. Imagine they hunted down your family. How would you feel?
I had a friend that used to tell me that about spiders. If you squish them in near the house, that there's a mama spider somewhere that's now lost its child.
Now there's a mama rabbit that's lost a whole pack.
To be fair, Dash, you did say there was red eyes watching you, so that makes sense.
Oh,
Big rabbit.
I'm not sleeping next to you tonight. Bye. As I walk away.
I'm going to take Eos's advice not to eat them, being the local. And what I'm going to do is, because I tied them together, I'm going to offer anybody who wants to take one their own rabbit. But actually, I'm going to make an effort to harvest them. So I'm going to do things like try to skin them for small pelts, make little rabbit's foots, that kind of stuff. Just make use of my time. And, you know, if I'm able to do something with them at a later date, but I don't want to waste them. I mean, they're already dead. So, you know, we'll do that. And obviously, if I'm doing pelts and rabbit's foot, if I can strip the meat and try and dry it out for like emergency jerky, that's not like something anyone wants to eat. But if we have to eat it, again, I'm not going to waste it. But I'm definitely going to package it separately and put it to one side so it's clear what it is.
No worries. For jerky and stuff, you'd need to be somewhere more consistent than a campsite for a night.
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
just
can
gonna put it
package
to
it
one
and ready
side.
for that for like tomorrow. or
Exactly.
something. Sure.
Exactly.
Adriana, just to not gloss over what you were saying, did you want to check Dash for like woundage?
rabies.
Or rabies?
Just to see if he has been bitten.
If he was bitten, it was definitely by something crazy. 18. You sort of walk around Dash while he's talking. He's not really taking it in, and you're just like looking at him. Dash, you would notice at some point that Adriana is just kind of like eyeing you up, but it doesn't look like there's any blood or anything from him. So if he was bitten, it wasn't somewhere obvious.
What he does in his personal time is up to him, and I walk away.
Personal time, it's always personal time. What?
So Dash,
Yes, yes.
ground.
The ground, yes.
See, if we follow this trail a couple more hours, I'll be at my house.
Oh, wonderful. Did you say it's on a lake?
Literally. Well, figuratively.
You must have some magnificent waterfowl.
No waterfalls, no.
Fowl, like swans, herons,
We've fouled in the
Gannets.
outhouse.
birds, yes. Water
Oh.
birds.
Yeah, we're birds.
Good, I'm excited.
Why did you kill the rabbits?
Food?
Okay.
Simple as that.
Why so many?
I'd only intended to get a couple, but then the rest started attacking and I just kind of had to.
You started with one man.
They can jump like 25 feet in the air.
Oh, you killed 3 men so far. And now 12 rabbits.
3 men. Just the one.
No.
Wait, Keen's forgotten. Who are the others I killed?
You didn't kill 3, you've killed 2. You killed 1 in the alleyway and you killed 1 in the school.
Did I
Attacker
kill
in the school. You got him in the butt. And oh no, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't kill him.
I didn't kill him.
You're right. He was your first
Oh,
kill.
yeah.
You're right. Sorry, apologies. You're absolutely right. Sorry.
Yeah. So, no, yes, I've only killed 1.
No, the man who was dying. After
He didn't die.
Oh, yeah.
He turned into a thing. I don't count that. And that wasn't a killing, so more as extreme medicine.
I definitely don't want to be. Okay, yeah. You don't be a doctor.
No, that was a mistake because, again, I'm not familiar with healing magic. I didn't know it was a thing. I thought the poor old guy was just going to be stuck there, dying a horrible, slow death. And in my world, a quick death is much more merciful than sitting there, starving, freezing, or burning.
Eldrin, may I ask your opinion?
Yeah, sure.
If you were a guard, for you, which would you prefer? Someone to help you or someone to strike you out of your misery?
Did I tell you I was a guard? Who told you I was a guard?
You said you were a guard.
When did I say this? I'm scratching my head and I'm like,
In the place called Bricks, under. You never said where it was under.
oh. It's probably okay. I thought I only told Dash. I probably told you when I was trying to just be too friendly. I don't know. I think I'd rather be put out of my misery quick, but the illusion of death makes me wonder what happens after. So, therefore, I'd rather just not die in the first place. But if I had to choose, quick and easy. But in terms of an animal, I understand that Dash had to kill 12, because they probably would have killed him. But
Rabbits?
You see these fuckers?
Yeah, they're dead.
Yes. They can jump 25 feet in the air.
Like the ones in the snowy place.
Exact same ones, yeah.
These are brown.
I didn't
I
date
don't know what you're talking about right now.
Same rabbits.
Same rabbits, 2 places. Okay.
We encountered different shade of rabbits outside of a cave that held like fluffy, snowy. And Madriana almost killed them. It was really cool. Fluffy, snowy kind of cave bears.
Cave bear.
But they're snowy and fluffy. They were kind of. There was a small one. It was cute.
It's like they were like
Bear's a
snowmen,
bear.
but they were like abominable. It was cool.
Abomina who?
I don't think they're abominations, Dash.
Abominable, like just
No,
how
it's not
how
a
they looked. It is.
How do you spell this word? I don't think I've read it in a book before. Never mind.
ABONIMABLE.
I'm asking.
I could say
Shades
anything right
here.
now, and Kyle would be like, "Yeah, sure."
I'm asking Shades here. He probably just you probably read it on the side of something and thought that'll go. Anyways, bears equal dangerous. Death equals not good, but I'd rather it be quick than slow. Pain is not good, which is why I don't like inflicting it. And I lean into Eos and say, and please don't shout out that I was a guard. I don't like sharing that.
Don't shout.
Well, please don't shout out. You can say it quietly, but don't shout it.
No.
Thank you.
Don't even know where Brick's under is. You never said what it was under.
That's the full name.
It's
Under a canyon, under a bridge, under a tree. I don't know.
under
She
the
walks
sun.
off towards the towards the field.
It.
Just let it go, Eldrin. It's
Am I getting more awkward, or is she?
no, you're the same level of awkward. I think she might be just excitable being close to home.
Suppose I get that.
I mean, I would say she's an odd character by normal standards, but who amongst us isn't?
Oh, sorry, that was a rhetorical question. Cool.
How's your training going?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm quite hungry all the time.
So you're giving hangry vibes.
Yeah, definitely hangry vibes for sure. Yeah, I'm quite happy to drink and stuff. But I definitely could do with like more food and sustenance. I feel like the more energy I spend, the more power balls I want. But I don't want to disrespect Hatsu. So kind of one of those things where, you know, you go from eating 3 meals a day every day to a power ball, and like, yeah, sure, the first few were like, whoa, yeah, this is great, but now it's kind of like I feel like my body's adjusted to it, and I feel like I'm ready to actually train. But obviously I was gonna train in Saganatoshi, and Saganatoshi's now, yeah.
With any, I suppose, training, you always hit a plateau that you have to push through, so I gather you're probably at that.
Well, to be fair, I haven't had much alone time to like practice things. Like, I haven't had much time to actually like try and hone in on things. Like, there's things that I feel I can do, but I don't know if it's just like a gut feeling, because sometimes they can be wrong. But I feel like I definitely need to like not meditate, but definitely like think on things a bit more, just to understand what I can and cannot do, because I don't want to start flying and next minute Madriana has to come fly and catch me or something, you know. So yeah, but also I'm half afraid Slate's going to turn into me and then think, oh yeah, let's fly, and then he realizes like a few feet into it we're out of juice, and then he falls. I don't want that to happen, so I'd rather know what I can do.
And there's thinking it and then overthinking it. Try find your balance, I suppose. I'm not Hatsu, I don't know. I'm just trying to think what he would say. He's
That is correct. He's just standing behind you as usual.
Every bloody time.
Did you not see him there?
No, I didn't. It just moves like grass.
Are you sure you saw red eyes? Like,
I absolutely saw red eyes. Please keep an eye out for them, because it was unnerving.
he was standing right there, and you like were talking as if he wasn't
Yes.
even there, and then like you're saying you saw red eyes, and like
He's behind me. The eyes were in front of me. Big difference.
As you point
Complete
back and
opposite.
say he's behind me, you look back and he's not there anymore.
Was behind me. See? That's what I mean. He just walked over that way, didn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of just strolled off. I seen a phrase in a book before. I didn't really like it, but a fart in the wind comes and goes. I feel like Hatsu's quite brisk and breezy like that. He kind of comes and goes.
You think Hatsu's a fart?
Silent but deadly.
The voice in the sky has
Sorry.
granted me the words silent but deadly, but yeah. I do want to ask you a genuine question, and I'm not trying to overthink it, but these eyes, how would you describe them to me? Like, you mentioned red eyes, but you're speaking to someone who has quite unique eyes, so I'm quite intrigued.
So imagine yours, but duller and red, not covered in goggles, but seemingly not attached to a body.
Seemingly not attached to a body, so you couldn't see.
I assume there was a body there, but it was like in shadow.
How tall?
Did I get a gauge on how tall, roughly, DM?
6, 7, 8 foot.
6 to 8 foot, roughly.
Wasn't asked at the time, so I'm going to be a little bit vague about it, that's all.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge. It was some distance away.
That's
and I was
quite tall.
shooting rabbits at the time.
That's understandable. That's quite tall. Like, how tall are you?
6'2", 3.
6, 7, 8 foot.
Somewhere between 6 and 8 foot.
Maybe 5'11", I don't know.
5'11", but I'm wearing heels. So.
That's where he was.
Yeah, I
He
suppose.
does actually,
might as
the
well.
small heels, yeah.
Son of a.
He's 6'2", but he stands 6'4".
So he's basically 6'7".
Dunking on you.
With regards to the eyes, I will be cautious of it, and I will keep an eye out myself. No pun intended. I think I used that right.
You
Right?
did. Well done.
That comedy book definitely came in handy. Yeah, I will be cautious of it. I fear other things that have, weirder looking eyes than I do.
Did you see anyone break into Hatsu's house the last evening we were there?
I don't recall it. No. I don't. I was with you, like, majority of the time.
Someone left me a note, and I don't know who.
What did it say?
That my father's alive. I'm not hiding this, by the way, so anyone that wants to overhear probably would.
I'm pretty sure Madriana hears everything.
Yeah, she's probably right behind me as well, isn't she?
Handwriting.
I
Yeah.
don't have any samples to compare it against.
Get everyone to write something.
Slate is proficient at forgery. Maybe he could identify the handwriting.
Oh, Dash, did you check for ticks?
No, I
good
didn't
shout.
actually. That is a good shout.
His
Have
entire
you ever
back is just
considered
covered.
that?
One second. Let me check for ticks.
Are you
Roll for
actually
tick.
rolling? Roll for ticks? Please tell me
That's
that's a
it.
nat 1. Please tell me that's a nat 1.
No. It's Dash's Lyme's disease. Okay.
And I.
Yes, he lifts his shirt up at the back, and there's at least... Roll a d6 for me, Dash.
One leech the size of his entire back.
Massive. There are 3 ticks on his back. I wasn't even going to do it, man, but you got a nat 1. I can't not do it, man.
You have to punish that.
I have to
God
obey
damn
the
it.
dice.
Eos takes out a small knife.
Just stabs
Slate,
Dash.
do you want to, or should I?
Wait, is
Careful
there-
now.
What are you doing? Yes?
As ES
Yes?
is talking, I just take the
What are you
knife
doing?
and just hold it
What
into
are you
the
doing?
fire.
What are you doing?
Because there's heat
Let go.
in the fire.
Don't worry about it, Dash.
Careful now.
I'm gonna turn it around.
You're
so it's
heating. You're heating up a
handle
knife.
first.
I'm very worried about it. What are you doing?
We're fixing you.
Yeah, the
Oh, I'm
Got
climbing a
knife
tree.
here?
Fuck this.
Yes. You gonna lobotomize him?
Oh,
You
it's
said
hard.
fix.
Oh,
I'm gonna go to the front of Dash and hold his hands, like not like gripping him, trying to hold him, just like really gently holding his two hands and say, I don't know if he has told you about this. This can be potentially fatal and life-threatening. I don't know if you've ever read about this species. It's really important we act now. You know, you need to let this happen. And if you don't, I don't want to tell you about the vomiting, the diarrhea, the bleeding from it's a whole thing. We have to do this.
I'm pretty sure the cure is to be in a coffin overnight after you've been in a blessed fountain.
oh my god!
I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah, that's why I'm always calling for inside checks when it comes to Richard specifically.
I mean, listen, it's up to you. Persuasion or deception. It actually sounded kind of persuasive to me because there is some real truth behind it. So, yeah.
I mean, I can pick either, right?
You can pick whichever one you want. I am just really thrilled that Rory just somehow gave Dash ticks. I don't know how that happened, but of course.
No, I don't need to do anything.
A 28 for Slate.
Oh my god!
There's no one in this group I trust more than you.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Still Dash.
reach for Dash's belt and take out his own knife and hold the handle up so he can put it in his mouth.
I
Just bite down.
Eos, are you proficient in medicine, Eos?
No.
Excellent. I trust you. Go ahead. Medicine check for me, please.
I choose not to assist.
On the first tick.
She takes a deep breath and she's like,
I would like to cast guidance on Eos.
Okay.
That's good timing. Yeah.
Yeah. So she got a 3. So if you want to cast, if you want to roll for guidance, please.
Yeah.
To be fair, she
And
got a
it's
4, but it was a -1.
Yeah.
Can I just check, Ken, in what part of your hours of prep this evening did you see it going this way?
I will tell you that every session I've ever played with this group in any form of campaign has never gone the way I expected. So in all the hours of prep I did yesterday and today, Lyme's disease was not on my to-do list.
Can we roll a d6 to see which parts of his body they're on?
It's his
my
back,
God.
but we
Or
can
is it
definitely
back?
try and figure out where on his back for sure. Eos,
Which
if you want to
vertebrae?
roll Eldrin, I believe it's a d4 for guidance, right?
Correct. But I did say I would like to assist before she did anything as
Okay,
well.
you can have your
That's
roll. Okay.
Medicine?
Yeah, so Eos is about to cut one of the tendons in Dash's back or something, like in his leg, I don't know, like... Oh my god. Oh my god,
wow.
the proficiency came in clutch, because that was a mega buff. Yeah, that was a 9 for a total of 16. Eos has the D4, so it wouldn't have made a difference there. So we'll say 16. Eldrin, you watch as Eos is about to basically just shank Dash in the back. She has no decorum about this. Like, she's just trying to kill the tick. That's her assumption. We kill things, stab. So she's going to do that, and you just sort of use your pauldron, step in, and you're like, ting! You catch it for a second, you're like, explain how this might not be the best action.
Oh, I'm like, and I turn to her and I'm like, that's the spinal cord right there. Like,
How can you tell? He's all the one color.
cut that one. We don't call him Dash. We call him Slarp 2.0. We're going to be riding around on him. Now, here. Push there.
What's that, a shoulder blade?
Simpsons,
No.
Homer's going down the body. That's,
On the body, yeah. Left his wallet on the top.
No. There, Eos. That's the tick.
Oh. Crikey. Okay.
So with his help, you sort of dig the blade in, removing it by the head, which you have to do. Otherwise, it will just continue being a bastard.
I explained it to her because I definitely know.
I'll say 2 points of piercing damage, Dash, for this one.
Ow, 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 ow.
But that is down from a considerable amount of her just doing an attack roll against you, so that's fine. For the second one, so you go for the second one, please.
I'm
She has to,
assisting.
she's isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, 100% I'm assisting
Okay,
as
both
well.
of you can roll one. That's so funny.
I'm quite glad of the
did you
dagger
roll
in the
this
mouth
after?
now.
15.
Yeah, thank the
18.
lords for that.
18, not 15.
okay.
You got an 18, and do you want to roll? You get a d4 on the thing from guidance, because that lasts for a minute, I believe. So any ability check you make within the minute, as per 2024 rules. 1 for a 19. As you go to help Eldrin, Eos is like, yes. As she just goes in and expertly removes the head of not removes the head, I should say, but removes the head from Dash's body. Of the second
tick. The head of the tick.
Yes. Right. I got there in the end. The head of
He's
the
much
tick.
more handsome without this.
You don't need that.
Everything's
That's
said and done, and Dash's head just like peels off.
like, well, ticks aren't a problem anymore.
No.
There's a tick on his forehead, just like that's the last death note. Eos, I'll get you to do the third one for me, please. Eldrin, if
Yes.
you're helping, go ahead.
Yes,
I
most
love this
definitely.
How did you learn this, Eldrin?
Oh, you're
As
so
she
lucky.
turns to me to ask me how I learned this, I say, by paying attention. And
Yes,
Now,
it's just talking to you
here.
and moving the knife towards Dash. And Eldrin, he just grab her hand and he stop her for a second.
Oh my god.
you
Or-
always seem to go for the spine. This one's around the side by the ribs. It's
Oh.
going to be Dash.
Why does he have so
That-
many ribs?
I think I have the same. Do you not? Never. We're getting distracted.
Eos
Right
gets a
here.
dirty one there, but Eldrin comes in clutch with the 24. Eos also rolled a 4 on guidance, so total of 5, but Eldrin clutch.
Very good,
Dash,
Eldrin.
you are now tick free, which I would have never thought I would even have to tell you, but there we are. And now I, for the rest of your time in Emboris, will be checking. Thank you for that heads up. I appreciate it. Delicious.
That hurt a bit, but thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll say you take another 3 points of piercing for the other 2. So 5 total. The numbers were really good there, so.
Tension is the biggest thing, Eos. Other than that, you got a knack for stabbing. Scarily enough, but yeah.
I'm gonna go sit down.
Thank you for helping. Listen, will be happy that he's tickless.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something there, but I think he's already in enough pain.
Fucking nat 1 for ticks, man.
Gonna draw some birds. So a lovely nest up in that tree.
Did you hurt the birds, Dash?
Don't talk to me right now.
She burns her knife and puts it away.
Dash, did you just say you saw a nest in the tree?
Oh man, this whole thing is so funny.
I'm drawing my birds. Leave me alone.
What was in the nest?
Just ignores him drawing birds.
Why should there be? Should we be aware of something regarding nests and stuff around here?
Well, a minute ago it was eyes. Now it's nests. You know.
True. Rabbits don't stay in trees, and what
Well, they don't make
birds
nests
would be
in trees,
around
as far
here?
as I know.
Dash,
Crows.
I know. Crows don't have red eyes. Big crows have red eyes.
They're not called crows, they're something else.
Chaparrals are common. That's all you get from him.
Bird boy, please, I know you're in pain right now. What color were the eggs in the nest?
Those eggs, Dash, you would know would be for a yellow-crested warbler. We lost Kate entirely on that.
You know my love for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Those are the eggs of a yellow-crested warbler.
I'm not familiar. Are they native to the
But of course,
forest
you
here,
would
or-
be familiar with the magnificent yellow-crested warbler. Fantastic bird, very rare.
Are they better to eat than these rabbits?
Don't you dare.
I don't think we should hurt any more animals. I think we should actually just tend to the fire.
You turn around, it's just a blaze in the forest. As you guys...
Are we eating or not?
Yeah.
So, how long do you want to rest here? Ideally, it would be nice to get to my house before morning.
Dash. I'll go back to Dash's question first, and then I'll come to you. Are you guys eating or not?
I'm absolutely eating a rabbit.
Okay. Is anyone else partaking in a rabbit, a ration, or any other form of intake on beverage or food?
I'm set up in a tree, walking to keep an eye out around.
Perfect. I'll be out flying about. No worries.
I'm going to take a tried and tested ration.
No problem.
You used to be taking a ration and using elementism to make her own water.
Ooh, delicious.
Because make salty.
It's like pre-purified water. Oh yeah. And Dash, you're cooking a rabbit. Yeah, not gonna make you roll for it. Takes a while. It's not the best. Like you bite into it, like hoping that it's like, I'll show these guys, and it's really not the most delicious thing in the world. But like,
This might be the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. Fantastic.
I'd like to make an inside check about my cooking.
okay, go ahead. Fucking love this game. Holy shit. I guess it's deception, Dash. Yeah, that makes sense. Slate, you can tell.
I'm taking my inspiration.
Oh shit!
God damn it.
What a waste of inspiration. Yeah, you can tell he's trying to really enjoy it.
I mean, Eos said it wasn't edible. I mean, we were told, but I appreciate the effort.
No, it's really good.
Okay.
He says that with like a
Thanks.
in the back of his throat as he's still eating.
It's like he's still chewing. It's been like 5 minutes. It's still the same piece.
It's one of those steaks, man. It just keeps going.
Yeah. You're like, yep, fantastic.
The flavor left about 3 minutes ago.
Dash,
Oh, God.
just something to consider. When you do the thing that you do when you're mingling, don't ever do it while you're eating. Just it's a weird tale to have, but it's also disgusting to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely like, especially with this. Good effort, though.
I'm not even going to tell you what part of the rabbit that is you have in your mouth.
I'm not entirely sure it would matter, actually. But
Trust
we
me, it
can probably sell the pelts or make use of them at least.
You'd have to get your own then, wouldn't you?
I said we, meaning the group.
Yeah, the rest of you are welcome to get your pelts.
Thanks.
I mean, I shot them all.
Which was the easy part. I've just spent ages skinning them, preparing them, and you just sat there and talked nonsense about red eyes. And something about a warbler or I don't know what you said.
A yellow-crested warbler.
Yeah, pelts are definitely mine.
And the red eye, is no one keeping an eye out for the red eyes? You'd think you guys in particular would be wary of supernatural dangers in unknown
The person who
places.
saw it should keep. Why don't you keep an eye out for it? Because you know what
I'm
works.
keeping an eye out for it.
No, you're not. You're arguing about pelts.
I'm watching.
Also watching. Thank you, Eldrin. Do I see? Have I seen the red eyes since?
Have you seen it
Have I
since?
seen
No,
it?
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm adding this
Have
stuff
I?
to Slate's thing. None of you have seen it since.
Is there anything around us that would be considered, worthy of watching to make sure it doesn't attack or anything?
Yeah, I'll get you guys to do checks when we're doing the sleep. That's probably the best way to kind of go about it.
Speaking of, I think I'm. Wait, now Eos had a question.
So, Gitai,
Yeah,
what do you expect when we get there?
I have no idea. You're from here. Thought you might have a better idea.
Not much is known. I simply grew up around the town, the forest, the trails, that horrendous town of Mission. Never went to Gitai. The old maps show it was a forested village.
I guess we'll find out together then.
You okay?
My back hurts. It's hot.
Okay, you'll get better. The ticks are gone.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for not paralyzing me.
Thank Eldrin. Why do you have so many ribs? She just walks away.
I've Dash just like counting ribs. Like 1, 2. That's the normal amount of ribs, right?
She just shrugs while walking away.
I'm going to have a lie down. Dash just starts going to curl up.
With that in mind, we do reach the point of the evening where the wind down occurs. So, who's going to be taking watches? And in what order?
I'm already up here
Last,
watching.
as always.
Okay, so Major Anna will go first. Hatsu will go second.
Yeah, I'll be last, as always.
So we just need a third.
Dash.
I don't mind.
You can join whoever you want, or you can just stay asleep or prep your spells, or do whatever you normally do on a short rest. I don't think you prep on a short rest, actually. I'm thinking of it, but yeah.
Might
I
share
tell
the watch.
Dash, sit down, rest. You need it.
Fair enough.
Just one more time for the folks in the back, just in case. We use gritty realism rules, so it's a short rest for 8 hours, and it's a long rest for a week of downtime.
Oh, thank you, Eldrin. You're a good friend.
No
Dash gets naked and ready for bed. It doesn't actually get naked. Don't worry, yes, don't worry.
So funny to me if you're like, you're a really good friend. As the tent gets zipped up slowly, you're just standing there buck naked.
His clothes fall off as he's slowly zipping it up, as if somebody behind him takes it off him. I'm like,
Yeah.
has he always done that?
That's when you learn that Dash learned Mage Hand for exactly that reason.
Dear
Specifically
Lord.
has Ducky near her tent.
No worries.
Oh, I forgot I named my horse Arthur.
Well, I didn't know that either, but that I get the reference and I'm all for it. Another horse named Morgan, I assume. Eos, perhaps I'll start with you.
Yes.
As the watch begins and Amadriana begins to begins to look out for anything suspicious. She has no idea or awareness of the suspicious things going on in your mind. First, you hear the rain. Then you smell the salt water. There's no more forest. Instead, you're standing aboard a ship. As the rain pummels down and the thunder strikes, you know what's going to happen in a few minutes as another lucid dream takes hold. There's a slight difference between this and the others, however. As sitting atop a crate, almost looking bored, is Westland.
Wes?
Welcome back, Mr. John.
Catalina wine mixer.
Wesleyan is a boy in the middle of his spring years, watching the waves, not paying attention to what's happening on the boat. He seems to be done with this boat. It's the horizon that he's looking at. When you say his name, he holds up a hand as if to put you on pause. And he turns to look at you. Are you frozen, or are you pausing?
She's physically stunned.
He nods and looks back out at the horizon.
Eos looking towards everything else on the boat. Because she's had this dream so many times, there's a sense of familiarity to it. So she knows subtle details and things to look out for.
You notice that in Westland as well.
Looking towards Riker. The rain. Being mindful of what's over there, she's going to slowly approach Wes.
He will turn to look at you and raises a hand again. Looks a little confused. Are you... You're not part of the sequence, are you?
Wes,
Who are
my
you?
friend. Eos.
As opposed to the usual broken common or everyday that is usually coming from Westland, you can hear him crystal clear and understand him crystal clear in a way you've never understood his English before. His English is everyday before.
Wes, you're... She blinks her eyes fast. She's trying to shake herself off. She wants this dream to be over.
I'm sorry, how do you know my name?
We went on adventures. We tried to save you.
Adventures.
Yeah.
Adventures that you remember happening?
Yeah, I do apologize for my distractedness. There's a big creature going to come out of the ocean soon.
It is. Very, very soon. Pretty magnificent, really.
Oh,
Pops out, breaks the boat. There's a lot of screaming.
Yeah. Kind of takes up my dad. You don't know me.
Have we crossed before? It does happen. I mean, it does happen.
Whilst you
How
ponder,
often?
Eos, one thing that I'll also take notice of as you look, sitting next to the box, kind of curled up, is Chicken, the fox. Westland sits there, leaning kind of against this crate, but next to it is Chicken, curled up, orange and familiar.
Looking straight at Chicken. How?
How what?
I was asking Chicken, how are you in my dream? Or am I in your dream? What's happening?
Does this belong to you?
Oh, he belongs to no one.
Oh, no, not the fox. Does this belong to you? Is this yours?
In a way, I feel like a stranger in my own land when I'm here, because it just plays out the same way each and every time. And I wake up in a bucket of sweat.
Oh. Well, I've been, must have, intruded. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize. I'm so happy to see you. It's been a while.
I've heard that before. Don't sweat it. The show's about to start. He'll, gesture to the crate. I feel like if you don't like this one, we can change it and go to one of the other ones. But I rather like this one. There's a lot going on, don't you think?
Do you mind if I sit next to you?
Your dream.
She sits next to Wes and just looks at him. I'm Eos.
Wesley.
All right, take a deep breath.
You hear the hustle and commotion as they recognize something beneath the water. Arming their weapons, they try as much as they can to deal with the threat. Mere moments from now, it is about to breach the water. Chicken sits up and moves between the two of you and takes a seated position before the crates while you guys sort of sit and lean on against them respectively.
You called this Chicken?
Yeah, we don't really know what his name is, but he likes to eat roast chicken. Specifically the rotisserie type.
He'll tell you if he wants to. Certainly not Chicken.
Really? What do you call him?
Not for me
Suddenly
to say.
the water is breached.
Showtime.
Oh, here we go.
Both moons
We're
are
at the back
blocked
of the crag.
out. Both moons are blocked out by a massive sea serpent. As it looms above the ship and prepares to strike down, you can smell it. Decay and death upon its breath. But things come to a halt. It stops above the ship. The raindrops, as you move your hand, you can control them. You move them out of the way. Westland, Chicken, and Eos have full control and motor function, but everybody else is caught in a moment. More importantly, they're caught in their final moment. The lucidity of this dream, particularly tonight, is unveiling a newer opportunity than has been granted for you before. Every time you go through this, you repeat the same cycle. This is new.
Wes, may I introduce you to someone?
Sure.
She takes Wes by the hand and she walks up to Riker, obviously looking in fear towards Leviathan. This is my dad.
Oh.
Not my blood dad, but you know, my heart. My heart dad. He's a brave, wonderful man. His stories and tales about places around the world. Some place where both stop by and there's a girl called Brandy, and they always say she's a fine girl. 100 ships a day. I don't know. But
Take your damn inspiration.
hell yeah.
But his love is
Yeah.
the sea then?
He just sees his mistress.
Seen him earlier. Earlier in the dream, I've seen his face. Also wet. He must have been to sea for a while. Maybe his dreams have crashed into yours. It's quite possible.
I don't know. He was telling my mom he was going to retire. I don't know why he's out here.
Clearly not.
Ruslan, as you focus upon the moment you speak of, the dream starts to reverse. You guys stay where you are, but everything else moves. The serpent disappears. The boat moves back. You're back at the dock. You're back at what appears to be some kind of massive fortress made of sand and sandstone. A training facility of sorts. And in there, at the back, is a large dock. It has several ships in it. Different types of ships, each with their own emblems and crests. And this is the one that he is about to board. This is a moment that Eos has not seen. But a moment that was somewhat referenced. It was glossed over for Eos, but Westland seems to have been here before.
It's your house.
To be honest with you, Wes, this is not my home. I think maybe this is where he's told me he's part of the Oceanic Vanguard. Maybe this is where they set sail from.
What's that?
Oh, so he works for this group who protect the seas from pirates, other things that may be happening. His job is to keep everyone safe and sound within the ocean. Although he always puts himself at risk, and we always worry if he is safe and sound. Then he comes home.
That sounds like a very strange and dangerous job.
They think it's a noble cause. I think he just finds purpose within it.
This is not your home?
No, my home is much less drafty.
What does your dream lead here?
I don't know, I haven't seen this part. Usually I come in a couple of scenes ago.
Hold on. Wesley's going to start Rolodexing through. Spin the Rolodex. See if we can't land somewhere that might be more in line with where she remembers the sequence.
How are you doing this?
How are you not doing this?
Eos looks at him in the eye, and then she kind of puts her hands out a bit. She feels a pain in her left shoulder, and she tries to turn.
It works.
You keep surprising me. Every time, even when you were alive, you keep surprising me.
You should know how to do this. You're not a sleeper. You're one of those, the ones who trance.
I've never slept. No. Yes.
Trance, yeah?
Yes, I've never slept.
Right, yeah. There's, you're not a human.
Far from it. They call me Unbraven.
I don't know what that is.
I didn't know until about 3 weeks ago.
No, trancing. Trancing's a thing you guys do. This is it.
Yeah.
It's tied to memory. The thing that anyone who crosses into these dreams is linked to. It's all bound to the reverie.
The reverie.
You have to walk it. Have to spend time not worrying so much about what it is that you're seeing. Worry a little bit more about what's being shown to you.
How do you not worry about what you're being shown?
The images themselves don't mean a whole lot. Not in the grand scheme of things. What was being reflected in his eyes? Did you look?
No, I
What were
always
the
saw his
constellations
face.
in the sky?
I gaze at the stars when I can.
No, on the boat. What flag was flying?
Do you mind if we check?
It's your dream.
Praise Minerva. And she tries to twist and turn time.
Yeah, you move it to a point where it's very, very clear that there is a symbol on this, though you don't recognize what this creature is. Westland would know it to be a chimera, likely meaning he's part of the Chimera Squadron. The way it works in the Oceanic Vanguard is that he is part of a fleet, perhaps a sea fleet of sorts. He would be first officer at some point, and eventually a commander and a captain. He is often referred to as number one, though.
Here we are. He also looks at the sky, trying to figure out if there is a constellation above in the sky.
You mean the stars for this fleet? You mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the constellation is there and present. However, either this is in the past or not too distant future. It's like the constellations make sense, but for like a few months from now, not for today.
Gotcha.
So either it happened already or it is going to happen.
Perfect. I was taking note of that. Just give me a moment. She walks up to Riker, who is significantly taller than her, and awkwardly standing on her tippy toes, tries to look into his eyes.
He looks about the same age as when you left, if not a little bit older perhaps, but
Okay.
it's definitely more present than past in terms of his facial appearance. And the other thing that you note is that he doesn't have his trusty sword by his side, which typically is a standout feature of his uniform.
Weaponless. A bit older. Can't tell. Well, as you know, it's these humans, time. Don't understand it.
The dreams are chaotic. Whatever this is, however this intersects with your own, real good telling as to how far it's traveled or how much further it has to go until it reaches the end.
How far have you traveled, friend?
I have seen the ocean.
Do you know what happened to you when we last saw you?
If you were in a dream, if you had collided with one of mine, any number of things could have happened. I can only begin to guess. Was it catching fire in the middle of war, or was it being drawn into pieces by strange beasts, trampled by large rocks, falling into a crevice?
It was the most mundane but sweet and beautiful way. You had a big, wondrous feast with your group of friends.
And with that, the environment changes. And you're back in that tavern with old Westland and the group. The revelry is clear.
It's not quite like me to take on a older appearance.
You faced a trial, and within the space of a few hours, you aged.
That sounds like a fantastic dream.
It was good.
It moves forward until the moment where Westland drops in the snow, chicken by his side. The group, frozen in time, trying to respond to it accordingly, one at a time.
I look back at the fox. Recognition on that fox's face.
Yeah. It's definitely seen this moment before. And is making no attempt to hide that. If a fox could look mournful, that would be the expression that I would give it. Foxes are very expressive, so it is definitely something distinctly possible. I've just never seen it, so I don't know.
Well, that's new. That is new. Face down in the snow, huh? Old and face down in the snow.
Yeah, no one could really catch you in time.
And you were there in this.
This is a place called Penzance. You helped us build a house for a newfound friend.
Again, it moves, transitions, until you're standing outside the Gorebound residence. Can we call it a residence? Yeah.
He was a creation of what you call to be a witch. But Dash, one of our friends, he gave him a bell and he saw humanity within himself, and I designed a house and the others helped build it.
That monster is creation of a witch.
He used to be something else. He got twisted and turned into what he is now. People like him.
I think you are exactly who I've been looking for.
I've been looking for you for a long time.
I'm gonna move through her dream and center on a man in the middle of his summer years by a stone. Point at it.
You see something you've had a vision of before, Eos. A man kneeling and placing his hand on a stone.
As I've seen this stone pillar thing, monolith, whatever this is, in a dream.
Where is that?
I don't know.
I have to work a little bit harder on remembering, if you would, please.
Of course. Do as you wish.
Oh, I can't do anything to you here. This is your dream.
Eos will try and focus in on that. Try and get a sense of the air. She hears sounds.
As you try and focus in, it's not the sort of surrounding area that you take in, it's actually the sounds and the smell. This is definitely Arboris. Though not maybe where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
There are familiarities to it. So it's not necessarily super far away either.
This isn't far away from my home. Not sure where, but I'm sure if we looked at some old maps in the house, we might find some hint of it. Is this significant to you, Wes?
I think that it is probably enough. Go back to the boat. If you don't mind.
I don't mind. This is great. I haven't seen you in months.
Months? You have a measure of time for that?
As you adapt time, things don't move the way you think they will. The golden magic emanates from you, but it takes you not to where you would like to go, but instead to standing above a grave with mystical flowers atop and a hut just behind it.
Oh. So, how do I say this? Wes, she looks at the ground, gesturing. This is where I last saw you. I've been watering these flowers.
Many dreams end up in holes. None with. Where did those flowers come from?
Oh, they just started growing. And I can do this. And she uses elementalism to create water and water them.
They begin
Did
to
anyone
resonate
touch
and
them?
glow as the water touches them.
Did anyone touch them?
Not that I know of. To be perfectly fair with you, we're very respectful. No one seems to bother what we assume to have been your grave until now. That was your house down there. The tree next to it got
And a
planning
house?
permission.
Planning permission?
You had this whole thing about, I know it might have been an orchestrated government or something, but a certain amount of yards between your house and the tree.
Show me the house.
Oh, of course.
You step forward.
Eos.
Yeah, you open the door and things are exactly, quite literally, as you remembered it. The more you
Take off your
remember,
shoes.
the more in focus things come. There are certain drawings upon the walls and certain things. As your memory is jogged by seeing this again, those pictures become more clear. It takes a moment. As your memory is a bit hazy, and what you're doing is technically walking through a memory rather than a dream, it takes a little longer to catch up to itself, but it gets there.
Don't know what to do with this, really. No one, we haven't had time about all the chaos to sit down and think what we should do with your house. Whether it's actually ours to do with or not, we don't know either.
You should
It might
destroy
belong to
this.
the Arcanum.
You should destroy it.
Really, Wes?
I don't have much time to explain. Should you come across it again, destroy it.
Hopefully we will. Not now. We need some time to rest, but we need to come back here eventually.
Are you resting now?
Trying to. There's a thing about rabbits and ticks.
Rabbits.
You
Where
move-
are you?
You move again without even intent. Gold just wraps around you, circular, and with that you move forward. You're standing above yourself, sleeping. You look up, and you can see through the tent as if it were transparent. You can see Amadriana where she was in the tree. You can see Dash appropriately protected by his sleeping bag. You can see the last place you kind of saw everybody. So it doesn't look like it's something that might be like live from it's Saturday night, you know. It looks more like just the last possible memory of each person of where they were. Yeah.
Oh, this is me. These are my friends. And about 2 hours that way is my home.
Do I recognize this flora?
Make a history check. I'll give you advantage.
Like checks.
That's Amadriana. The one with the goggles is Eldrin. The man with the scars on his back is Dash. Slate. Survivalist. Place the
Is
loot.
it history correct?
I didn't see the roll. Oh, there we go. Yeah, with 17, you can like roughly triangulate it rather than knowing exactly pinpoint the map where this exact spot is. You get a rough few kilometer radius. Yeah,
But Arboreus. This is an arboreal.
this is
forest.
definitely Arboreus. Yeah,
That's what mostly I'm going for there.
with 100% certainty, this is Arboreus.
Eos, a warning.
Hmm.
There are forces that are stirring right now.
Okay.
I would be very careful in what you harvest from the forest.
Oh, yeah. I personally did not approve of the rabbit hunting.
And it has already begun. There's nothing I can do to help you, I'm afraid.
You've done more than enough, Wes. I'm so happy to see you. In whatever form this is. You look well.
Thank you.
Well, how can I find you again?
When you enter a trance, go to the stone,
Okay, stone.
the large one.
Okay,
The one with the writing.
yeah. There's a deep sigh to that. Yeah. Sense of hesitation.
There are many that appear in your dream. They are significant. Deus. These dreams will not stop coming.
Why?
Couldn't tell you.
I have a horse. His name is Ducky.
As you point to Ducky, you realize you're back on the ship. Just moments away from how it usually ends.
Is Wes still there?
Wes is still there. Chicken is with you.
Hold on, the
Right.
best part's about to start.
Had a horse. Oh, we're back at this. Okay.
You should wake up, Eos.
Hmm?
You should wake up.
I don't want to. I like this. This is nice. I can do things that the other voice said I maybe could.
Other voice?
The water is breached.
Hmm. I'll see you
should
again
wake up.
soon, friend. Don't want to wake up. No.
Wake up!
I'm too tired.
And with that, you awake in a sweat. Eos. The tent is gone.
What's in the sky? Oh.
So is your party.
Mm-hmm. Ducky?
The sun is up. You are no longer in the clearing you were once.
Uh-huh.
We'll find out when the other guys get to morning what happened to you. But let's take a break first as well before we jump into a Madriana.
Dun dun dun.
So we're going to take a wee break.
Literally a wee break.
We literally a wee break. We will be back in 10 minutes as usual. That was fun. That's exciting. I can't wait to see the post show. But for now, we'll take a quick break. We will be back. We will jump in straight with the Madriana and we'll see how her evening went. But for now, enjoy fighting the boss. If you're on the YouTubes, you won't see the boss. But if you're on TikTok, join us in Twitch chat for the boss if you want to fight it. If you're in Twitch chat, just fight the boss. Do it. It's free real estate. BRB. We are back. We are going to pick up from where we left off there. We'll be joining Madriana in the 3. If there's anyone you guys want to speak to or something like that, besides Eos, feel free to wake them up. Or to interact with them, that's completely fine. And there can be crossovers for people who are taking watches separate to other people and when you're in a line and stuff like that too. Rhino, what would you like to do, my friend?
Just keep an eye during my watch, intermittently going in and out of Albi so that I can keep a higher view as such.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes around time to kind of tag in whoever's next, she'll just send Albie down to like gently flap in their face and wake them up. And she'll probably stay up in the tree to keep her to do her trance and to obviously be ready if things were to go down.
Yeah. How is Madriana feeling about like how everything went down in Saganatoshi and stuff? As she sort of has time to finally reflect on sort of all of the revelations for her. A lot has happened. How is she like dealing with it? How's she feeling about it?
Dealing with it, I'm not sure she is. Just because there's too much to deal with. As much as she wants to do certain things, she knows that other things have to happen first, right? So she's kind of trying to be pragmatic about it, but she's also she's aware of what she thinks should be done, like going forward. Like the longer he's left unchecked, the worse this gets for us.
Yeah.
So there is that, but there is also the fact that she also knows how powerful he is. So it's that kind of, vicious circle. It's a case of we got to do this to do this, but we need to do this to do this. It's kind of the way it goes. Right now, she's kind of scrambled as to what's the next best bet to do. All she knows is that right now, Eos needs to get home, see people, focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Plus she's a bit sore from the fight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But healing well, with the help of specifically, I guess, Eldrin's magic. You're healing a lot better than you would anticipate after a fight like that. Which is its own usefulness for someone like a Madriana. You said you were waking, who was it, Dash, was it, with the bird?
No, Eldrin was next, I think.
Eldrin was next? Sorry. Eldrin, you're on mute. Albie kind of flies into your tent and just flies around making all sorts of racket, like against the sides of the tent and stuff like that. Like as if a frantic pigeon had wandered into your tent, of course. Obviously Albie's not a pigeon, but just giving you the...
Have I ever encountered LB before?
Yeah.
It's almost always with a Madriana, so I would imagine you've definitely seen Albie before, yeah.
One-on-one, though? I don't think so.
Not this close.
Not one-on-one, but LB was on my shoulder when we were walking through the streets of Saganatoshi.
One-on-one, I wake up and I'm like... Madriana's probably behind me or something, right? And I obviously hear no speech from the bird, and I'm like... Is it Madriana in danger?
Bird just flies out.
Stand up and I get up.
You hear in your head...
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not in danger. It's just your turn to watch. Everything's been quiet so far, bar the usual critters.
I hear the sound in my head, I'm like rubbing my ears, I'm like popping my ears, I'm like, that was weird. Do I see a Madriana when I go out of my tent?
That's up to Ryan.
Wow. I guess I can see. She wouldn't be making herself known, put it that way. With a natural 20, no.
Oh.
You probably don't.
Crazy.
So for a 28 total, you probably don't see her.
I don't even see her.
Sucks. Is it my turn yet? I don't shout it, but I say it loud enough that I'm speaking like up into the trees and
So fucking
stuff.
lucky Lissa isn't here, man.
You'll see Albie, who almost has a bit of a moon glow about him. And he just goes, "Ah!" And sits there looking at you.
Whereabouts is he, in a tree, or is he somewhere where I can sit?
No, he's on a branch of a tree looking down at you.
Okay.
You probably get the idea that he was making sure you actually got up, or he was coming back in again.
I'm up. Do you want me to sit under the tree? Do you want me to? I'm not getting up in that thing. Not getting up in it.
Albie just flutters off.
I wouldn't have ever done this for the guys, kind of watched out or anything, but I suppose I would stand at attention at one point before, kind of off towards where they were hunting earlier. Stand there and then periodically move around. So I'd be walking around, kind of patrolling, guard style, around the camp, just to kind of do a rotation around every so often. But I would be basically circling the encampment throughout my entire watch.
So you do a pretty seasoned patrol, demonstrating the thing you wanted nobody to know, that you have guard experience. But nobody sees it, so except for Madrona. So
Nobody. She's asleep, maybe in the tree. I don't know. She's resting. I hope. Maybe.
What were you going to say, Rena?
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Dash told us the morning after Aldrin was drunk that he was an ex-guard. I'm pretty sure he told us all as a group.
Sounds like something Dash would do.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Dash would do.
I think it might have come up when he was kidnapped. That I think that's when it came up when he was kidnapped. That I was worried that someone was out for retribution. So I think.
Okay, I knew it'd come up somewhere. Yeah.
There, yeah.
So yeah, Madriana would have watched him for a minute and kind of seen how he was very guard-like in his movements and stuff like that. Just watching, and then. Drifted off as it is with a or whatever kind of version we might be.
Whatever she may be.
Beep it out.
Redacted.
Relax.
I will have my hand on my rapier, kind of as if it's on my belt, but have my hand on my belt, on the hilt, should I say. So I'm purposefully going to equip that along with my jacket and my other belongings, because of course I wouldn't have wore them while I was asleep, so to say. But yeah, I will patrol throughout the night for my time.
No worries. Eldrin has gone through a lot as well. His kidnapping being a big thing. I mean, that so immediately came to Eldrin. A lot quicker than I'm sure he would have expected. Also, just his general past coming up in what is the first time leaving the Arcanum immediately. How's Eldrin feeling at the moment? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Didn't want anyone to hear my bubbling of my waddy. Apologies. Through the moments of silence of the forest and hearing the forest live and breed, there is that peace that does calm him in a way, but it does allow for the thoughts in the back of his head to creep forward. And moments of what were sheer panic. Don't necessarily cause a panic attack or any kind of panic to him at the moment, but it would bring some form of heightened senses of some form of alertness to him, to fight or flight, so to say. Just reliving it through his memories, almost like it's just flashing, you know, all this that's happening, being taken, you know, and not allowing the experience that he's had of being a guard kick in instantly, and, you know, how could this happen to me? And almost like he's beating himself up in a way.
Yeah.
And throughout the anger of that, he puts his hand in his pocket and clenches onto the item in his pocket, symbol in his pocket.
There's a strange pull towards it. Something with your symbol, when you use it, it's like using the side of a magnet that attracts to things. The side of a magnet that really feels like it's pulling you towards something. But in your pocket, you have an item that is the opposite side of a magnet. It's pushing. You're kind of into it. There's something about that push that feels right.
Yeah. It's when I feel that it's different. Obviously, it's not like it's trying to draw me in, but it's almost like it's fighting me, but in a way that it wants me to hold on to it, but
It wants
it's
to go
fighting me
somewhere
not.
and it wants to take you with it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not exactly mine, but it's fighting me for that reason. But it wants to be brought somewhere. It wants something. But I feel drawn to it in a way where it doesn't necessarily make me feel calm, but it makes me feel different. It makes me feel more confident, more at ease with myself. It doesn't make me feel panicked in any way. Walking around a dark forest, walking around in a place I've never been, holding this symbol, I feel
Power.
I'm the guard that something comes running at me right now. It's been struck down. And that's it. And I don't feel that with the other symbol.
Yeah. If your goggles were off, people would see the purple eyes, the veins. But the goggles are on. And the secrets hidden behind those goggles are so much more than what the party would ever know. Or definitely know now. Instead of gently awakening Dash like you intended for his thing, you kind of kick through the tent. Not meaning to, you kind of clip his head a little bit, just, hey, wake up. A little more forceful than you meant it to, but you don't even catch that you did it. It was just natural to you for some reason.
What? Didn't you tell me to sleep?
Yeah. Decided it's time for me to rest now, so
You okay?
yeah, it's a 50-50 road really. So look, scratch my back, scratch yours, stuff like that. I know,
50,
read it in a passage one time.
50-50 road to what?
To me sleeping and you getting up. You should be fine by now.
You sure you're okay? It's a bit more abrupt than your usual demeanor.
tired. It's night. It's late. Ready to
Inside
just.
check. Is he lying to me?
You can do it, but you'd have disadvantage because you're inside the tent and he is outside. It's not that the tent is open. He just abruptly woke you through the tent. But yeah, you can have your insight check.
7.
You are determined today, buddy. Eldrin.
I used up all my good rolls on the damn rabbits.
Eldrin, persuasion or deception? Up to you, my friend. If you want to do it privately to me, you're more than welcome.
That would be a private GM, correct?
That is correct. Without a doubt, you beat him by a significant margin.
Oh, look, once you're okay, sure, I can. You see any red eyes?
Yeah, do definitely.
You
I
saw
don't
red
usually
eye?
like to be woken up, but if you see red eyes, just shout. Not necessarily for me, but like for all of us, really, probably best. But yeah,
Okay. Anything from Amadriana's watch?
no, just Elby waking me the hell up. But she's just a shadow. That's about it.
Alright. Alright. Sleep well.
Yep.
Oh, my back. Oh.
Dash, you realize that your tent and sleeping bag were kind of on a little bit of a rock, so your back is just a little bit. That and also, the 3 wounds.
Oh. God damn it. Fucking ticks. Oh, get up. Big stretch.
So,
And a quick
with
look
ticks
around.
and a rock, is tick rock. Yeah. You take a look around. The sun is coming up. There's moments of movement throughout, like, the other tents. So at first you're a little bit like, oh, like Eos must be awake. Like you hear movement from her tent, and then you're distracted immediately as you hear movement from Slate's tent. Then you're distracted by Eldrin getting into his tent. You've no idea where Madron is. Hatsu is not even set up a tent, so who knows? You take a look back towards the tents, towards your own, and you just see a pair of floating red eyes that disappear a few seconds after.
Did I see a direction?
Your tent.
Like into the tent?
Just on the tent.
No, like, did I see them go in a direction is what I mean. Like, can I
They
follow
were
them?
just kind of present and there.
Oh, fuck. Is there a tree nearby?
Yeah, there's loads.
Yeah, just climb a bit, see if I can get a bit of a wider view of the area. And see if I can spot the red eyes anywhere further out.
Make a perception check. Actually, that'll be nice. You can have investigation. We'll call it an investigation. Is that better for you? Actually, I'm not even sure.
5.
5? Well,
It's better.
you don't see any more red eyes or anything like that.
Am I going fucking crazy? He just kind of says to himself, not too loud. He'll stay perched in the tree for a bit. He's going to write a letter to his mother to post at the next town, which is in our little post box thing there for you as well, DM.
No worries. Yeah.
Finish off his sketch of the warbler's nest. And just wait at this vantage point, keeping an eye out to make sure everything's safe and watch the sunrise, I guess.
Yeah. You look across the kind of river area. It's a beautiful night. The sun is rising from kind of towards where Saigonotoshi was, back the way you came. Wait, is that right? No, it isn't.
Does it rise in the west?
No, it's... I'm dumb. It's, don't worry about it. It's rising from a different place. It's across the river it's rising from. I had to try and remember where you guys were.
I'm going crazy. I thought the sun was backwards. My God.
Yeah, no, that's just me. I had to remember like the orientation of the map real quick. I was like, no, it's rising from across the river. So you see like the orange sky sort of canopying the forest itself as it begins to rise.
Nice. Morning birds, I presume, start chirping.
Oh yeah.
If I see any, I'm going to sketch them.
Sure.
Obviously.
Just perception, survival. I don't care. You can have survival, perception, investigation. Survival is if you're looking for tracks. I would say let's go with survival. That's probably the best one.
That is an 11.
You don't see bird tracks, but you do see sort of larger tracks beneath the tree. They're just in the kind of grass area. They look like something that walked from your tent to you in the tree.
Okay, noting that, I'm going to make my way down and track them backwards, kind of see where they came from.
Seems like your tent.
You said they came from somewhere to my tent?
From your tent to your tree.
They're my own tracks, aren't they?
No, they seem to be different. They're like definitely bigger, strange, maybe a little bit bestial.
Okay. If I go to my tent, is anything amiss?
There are 4 ticks waiting and they're just like punching their own fist. Like, no, you go to your tent and they are, it's just what it was. It's basically just your rucksack and your sleeping bag, right? So.
Yeah.
I mean, Lissa's not there, but I don't know if that's a miss.
I'll check my rucksack, see if anything's missing. Is anything missing?
Oh yeah, you've been pilfered. Everything's gone. No, everything's normal. You're fine. No roll needed. You're okay.
I'm just doing the thing where he's like holding his head, looking at the tracks, and the tracks go to the tree.
Yep. They seem to just stop dead at the tree.
So I'll go to the tree and see if I can make out anything that's strange or unusual. And then I'll do a lap of the tree and then turn around to see if the tracks are following me. Sure.
You do a lap of the tree. There are tracks following you, but those are just your footprints. But not the other tracks.
What is... I'm losing my damn mind. Is anybody out there? You just kind of say to the wind.
At the moment, I would say, Slate, you're probably awake. You'd be preparing your book and stuff. Not your book, sorry. You're not a wizard. My apologies. You're tuning your lute. Eldrin...
Tuning my lute. Don't come in here.
No, Mom, I'm tuning my lute. Major, I'd say you'd probably pick up on it by now. You'd be awake too, because you only do 4 hours, right? Don't worry about it.
Can I see what he's doing?
He's definitely looking around for something down on the ground. That would be easy enough for you to determine. He's definitely confused, and I'll say Slate and Major, you heard him say that as well.
I have my head out of the tent, so I'm looking around for what's going on.
He's just doing like lapping the tree again and like turning around quickly, and then he's just like rubbing the tree and looking up at it.
Hatsu just leans in from behind you. Aren't you meant to be watching the camp?
I'm watching the camp, and I'm trying to see what's happening in the camp.
Do we see anything on the floor?
Roll for investigation or perception. It's up to you.
I say perception because I'm not moving from where I am.
Cool.
They don't know where I am right now, so...
Not even the DM knows where you are right now.
19?
Yeah, you can see that he's following... Like, he's trying to figure out... He seems to be following his own footsteps, if that makes sense, but there are other tracks there as well that clearly triggered him at some point.
And can I tell what the tracks are from up here?
They're rather large and bestial, but they wouldn't be anything you've ever seen before.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try hide and see if anything comes out.
Okay. Comes out of what? This tree?
Just in general. So I'm going to go to a different tree and see if I can hide in it.
Okay. Yeah, make a stealth check and see if you can hide in or around a tree.
God damn it.
10?
10.
Madriana, he's crouched down and prone, but his ass is sticking out from behind the tree for sure. Like,
Is it like that? Like, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
if I
kind of
can't
thing?
see it, it's not illegal. Yeah. If I can't see them, if I can't see you, you can't see me.
Just go and
In fact, I'll go one more.
can I-
I'll say he's hiding behind the tree that you're in, but he doesn't know you're there.
Hang on a second then. I want to see. No, I miss. It's okay.
What the hell was that?
I was going to see if I could throw an acorn down his butt crack.
Oh, improvised weapon. Okay, so yeah, you rolled a d20 and got a 3. Dash, you're waiting there patiently, and then in the grass you just hear... Tss.
I'm going to take out my dagger, jump on it, go, yeah!
Okay. Make an attack roll with your dagger. Why not?
I'm sure I won't regret this.
How many ticks does he get for jumping through the long grass?
The 22 to hit, something.
You fucking smash that acorn open with your dagger, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Fuck it, why not? Let's roll the damage.
5? Like you just shatter it and obliterate it. It's like gone.
Damn it, I'm losing my mind. I'm going fucking crazy.
Walk over to a Madriana and just whisper, do you think he's eating mushrooms?
Madriana's not there technically because you don't know where she is, so
And in the tree.
the only person is Eldrin, I would say.
I'll just say it straight to Dash. Dash, have you eaten mushrooms?
Perfect.
Should I?
I don't know. I was asleep. Did you?
There's something following me. Like,
You ate the rabbit, didn't you?
what, you saw me eating? Yes, I did. But no, do you see the tracks?
You're having rabbit
The
hallucinations.
bestial tracks. It's from my tent to the tree. But
I'd
I
like
didn't see
to
it.
make a perception check for the tracks that he's talking about, or survival, whatever I need to do to try and see what he's
survival
trying
for
to get me to
tracks.
see.
Yeah, survival for tracks.
Survival.
I saw the red eyes again, Slate. Am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind?
Is that an 8?
8 total.
I mean, they're fairly big. It's not that hard. I'd say you'd be able to see them.
And you said that earlier when you described them, it doesn't look like anything we've seen.
Well,
Just big bestial.
big bestial kind of.
I'm going to put my foot into it and just start doing like a size comparison and kind of trying to awkwardly, like, which way?
But it's like Godzilla, so you just sit in it. No. You put your foot in it. It's a little bit bigger than yours. Like, if you had to guess, it would be kind of like it's kind of got 3 large toes that protrude forward and kind of one to the back side, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
It looks like you're kind of stepping in, but like your shoe or boot or whatever kind of just fits. Like, it's a bit bigger than you, but like yeah.
Any ideas? Like, one of us would have heard something make those footsteps, surely.
Well, when did you spot these? Where were you?
I was in the tree.
And I look up to presumably it's the tree above.
Mhm.
So I look up to that
Well-
point and I go, well, how didn't you spot them?
It's a tree above the footprints, so yeah. But that's not where Dash was just now, but he may have gone over there. Sure.
Yeah, I went to the tree to get a vantage point just to. I saw the red eyes again, so I went to the tree to get a vantage point to see further, and then I looked down and I saw these tracks seem to have followed me to the tree. But there's nothing in the tree, and there's nothing in my tent, and the red eyes have gone. Anything? Have I just completely lost my mind here?
That's a good question. I'd like to do a medicine check.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm looking for is, I know there's been, I'll tell you first and then roll it. There's been a lot of trauma for everybody, and a lot of things have happened. So I'm coming at it from the perspective of assuming this is either hallucination based on the rabbit that Eos said definitely do not eat, or a mixture of like super fatigue and like PTSD, or maybe a bit of both. I'm trying to see like how the
Some kind of
pupils
rabies,
dilated.
maybe.
Yeah, is there something that's going on?
Don't you
Does he-
dare! Not again.
Does he look sick? Does he look infected? Does he look like he's struggling with something, or is, you know, like pupils dilated, whatever? Like,
Cool. Medicine check. Was that nat 20?
it's a nat 20.
Hell yeah. Dash has experienced a lot of trauma lately, and I will be turning to Kian now in a second to talk about that sort of thing, but I will elaborate a little bit on what I'm looking for and what I'm speaking about. His physical symptoms don't mean much. He's just maybe a bit tired and a bit worn out, but when we go through things, and we all do, there are signs in our lives, be it an uncontrollable twitch of the eye, which I cannot get to stop, or be it something that's a little bit more discreet for someone like Dash. There are signs of mental fatigue, of trauma, of sadness, of concern, and Dash is usually pretty good at staying in the present, but his mind is wandering a lot lately. He is in Scorchwood. He is with Lissa. He is about to be a father. He is missing home. He is as far as can possibly be from things that he recognizes or understands. Dash is going through a lot. In terms of how much of that is reflected, and more, to be honest, because there's also incidents with the crown and other things that have happened that are huge on Dash's psyche. But I will deflect Zakian to kind of sort of give Richard what he gets from that nat 20 in terms of your mental state and mental health.
Yeah, Dash is usually quite good at keeping the mask on, but like this, seeing the eyes, seeing something following him, he's kind of, because particularly what he did in Saikanotoshi, Dash isn't, that's not something he wanted to do. He feels like that's something he had to do, and it's kind of against his own personality. So it's like he's torn, almost. It's split him a bit. Now he's hiding it because he still feels it was necessary to do, but it's not sitting well. So he's kind of almost a bit paranoid that it's going to manifest itself in some sort of way. Like he's paranoid about becoming paranoid about it, if that makes sense. And yeah, then obviously, like Ken said, that Lissa, and it's like, yeah, he's been away from home for so long. He's so far out of his comfort zone. He doesn't know how to quite. He's trying, but he doesn't know how to act or react out here to anything, and nothing is quite going how he would expect things to go. If he was in his own area, he knows he can, knows where he can hide, who he can talk to, who he can steal from, etc. But out here, it's all new. It's a lot of learning, and he's feeling the pressure because he's always been very cool, collected, controlled, and it's just like the edges are fraying quite a lot now.
So it'd be obvious that he was off his game, and I would get the impression that if you want to call it, the mental load is taking its toll, that cracks are appearing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As you look down, Dash, the prints and footsteps that you were following are now gone.
You saw them, right?
So what?
The prince?
Sure.
Was there a shower of rain that they're gone?
What are gone?
The prince.
I'm gonna start looking around.
Oh, yeah, you don't see any big prints or anything like that?
Ugh. Does anyone have coffee?
You were saying the sun was coming up, so do I get the feeling that it's like time for people to get up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just sort of motion to Dash like just 1 second, and I'm going to walk towards the other tent.
Sure,
and just saying, guys, I think it's time to wake up, and I think we might have had a visitor during the night, and just so they know, you know, like get up, but don't, you don't have to rush to attention, but also don't take forever. Just get up.
Dash is going to redraw where the things were, just like with his finger, just like it was here, it was this.
Aldrin begins to rise, but there's no motion, commotion, or otherwise from Eos' tent. And obviously Madriana's is empty too. I'm not even sure if Madriana's was set up actually. Rana, you can... No, it wasn't even set up. There you go. So it's realistically just you four, and you're up, and Dash is up. Nothing from Eos, and Aldrin gets up then.
I will say Albie's in a very obvious spot, at least for Slate to notice. Hatsu would know where he is,
Yeah.
as well. He's there, so you know that she's there, kind of thing.
I walk back from Dash again, seeing people emerging and starting, like, you know, seeing Albie in the obvious spot, which means I know Madriana's within at least a distance of that because I've understood that before. And then I'm going to swing by Eos's tent and say, Dash is looking for coffee. I don't know if you have it, but if you have tea or whatever you have, I think now's the time. And I'm going to go stir the embers in the fire. So then, you know, I'm going to go back to the fire and start getting it ready for Eos to come out and make tea and try and...
No response
help
from
Dash.
Eos, and no movement or commotion either. You stir the embers, and you're very aware now that Eos has not said anything or reacted in the slightest.
I'm going to call to Dash and say, Dash, when you were patrolling and on watch, did you see Eos? Or did you see these eyes anywhere near Eos's tent? And beckoning over towards, like, pointing towards the tent, highlighting what's occurring.
No, the eyes were near my tent. I saw movement from within Eos's tent, but hold on. He's just gonna go straight over and like just zip Eos's tent like a little bit to give her a chance if she's there to stop, and assuming nothing, then just open it the rest of the way.
Her sleeping bag looks as if it was never touched. It is tidy. She is not present, but her backpack is. Her bag is there. Her tent is set up, and like she has her normal stuff. It's all here. She just isn't.
Oh fuck. She's not here. No signs of a struggle.
What do you mean she's not here?
I don't know how it can be any more clear. She's not here.
When I hear
Where is
Dash
she?
say that, can I ask Albie if he's seen her?
Yeah. Make a history check for Albie, please.
You know, I'm checking around for footsteps, signs of struggle, a note, anything like that.
That'd be a 3. Let me use an inspo.
It's a good use of inspiration, yeah. Mine is 4 for Albie. Holy shit, not any memory on that bird. Holy fuck. I don't think
He's
I've ever
imaginary. He's not even really here.
He remembers where he last saw bread, and that's it.
That bird doesn't remember shit, man. Oh, is it a nat
Does
20?
now.
Who gives a shit about a fucking 4? Yeah,
Two
man.
nat 20s tonight. Damn.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it with rolls tonight. Nat 20. Albie relays to you that Eos simply walked into the sky and left.
Okay, so apparently there's 3 of us with fucking wings now.
I'm sorry,
What?
what?
And like you just hear this light like thump, as she lands next to you on the ground. Apparently she walked off into the sky.
Oh,
I'll be do a run around with you and find it.
Make perception, active perception with Albie. I'll give you advantage because you got a nat 20 there, and I want to reward that with Albie knowing what they're looking for.
another one?
Holy shit! Albie's
No, it's 23
Albie's
total.
the best rolls in this game. Are you kidding me?
Hang on, how many nat 20s have we had in this session? This
A
must
lot.
be a record.
I've had 3.
I'm really hopeful that next session is the nat 1 session. So, to
Well, I
keep
got
the
a nat
balance,
1 for ticks, so
that was my
Well,
favorite nat 1.
that's me spent for the next two years anyway. So
That's maybe that's it. Maybe you just need to play as autonomous NPCs, and that's like your sweet spot. Maybe you just roll real high for them.
I was about to say you're not rolling for yourself, so
Yeah, maybe that's the sweet spot.
how to play an NPC?
Eos, you're laying in the grass, unsure where you are, and as you sit up, you look up, and you see the familiar presence of Albie.
Albie,
How far from us?
About 500 feet.
That's it. I need to check the fucking thing. What's
I
the
think you
distance?
can communicate up to 1,000 feet, is it?
I can never remember if it's 1,000 or 100.
Oh yeah. I don't trust my memory today, so
100.
it's 100. Okay. Albie begins
So-
to lead you back to the campsite anyway, because that was the instruction.
As soon as we get to that 100 and he obviously messages me, I'm going to be like, seems she's here, that direction, and coming back with Albie.
Dash is going to run that direction towards her.
Yes, you hear a commotion through the trees ahead of you as Dash, not caring about ticks in the slightest, begins to move bushes and all sorts of stuff out of the way. And he comes out through the bushes to find you as you are slowly walking back up.
And he's just going for a full fucking tackle hug. And Dash is kind of lost at this point. He's got tears in his eyes. Like, fucking thought, oh, Jesus Christ, I thought something took you.
who's Jesus Christ?
Take the inspiration. That was great. I don't know if you have it already, but take it if you don't.
Got it.
Minerva's blessings, I thought I lost you. Correction. I thought something took you, Eos.
Did you tuck your pants into your shoes?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. It's you.
It'll be alright. It's just a bit of dirt. I'll check for ticks. Don't worry.
Good.
Why did you go without telling us?
I didn't go anywhere. I woke up.
You're physically hundreds of feet away from
Well, I
where
know
you're
I'm.
supposed to be.
Yes, but I woke up over there.
Why?
Now that's a story that I need to tell everyone, including you.
Well, what are we hanging around here for then? Come on.
Walk slowly, low grass. Tuck your pants into your shoes.
Okay.
Good.
Just on a whim, Dash. Just make a quick medicine check for me there, pal.
A medicine check.
Just a quick one. I'm just checking.
Don't like this. That's a 7.
Well, let me tell you. No, you're fine.
Lyme's disease twice.
Incidentally, he's been feeling weaker and weaker these last few sessions.
His iron levels keep going down.
Just so you know, Dash, if you get any more, I'm going to have Albie peck them off of you.
Oh, that would hurt, man. Jesus.
Albie does this little noise and like with the beak, just like a little snapping sound, which I found out the crows do, and it is very adorable.
Albie's the being I trust second most in this party.
First being Slate, his best friend.
Yeah. My best friend. My brother in arms.
Never would tell a lie.
Your brother in faces when he wants to.
Potentially. Yeah.
Let's just carry on. You make your way back, pants tucked into your socks, feeling kind of unfamiliar to you two. One more thing putting you out of sorts, I guess, but in a minor way. The group reunited, Eldrin standing aware. Slate, I'll say you caught Eldrin up on this state of mental being with Ash. Eldrin, as you were AFK, there's just a quick recap that Slate was checking on Dash and realized that he kind of wasn't doing too well in his mental fortitude. The weight of things lately has been clearly getting him down. He had tears in his eyes, ran towards Eos, who was away from the group, but Albie found her, and then he Dash ran there. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
And Slate woke you up.
Amidrana
Did we rest?
is
Yeah,
amazing.
short rest. What'd you say there, Roy? Sorry.
I'm not quite sure what he is, but he's definitely helpful.
So, everyone gather around. Eos grabs a stick and she draws in the ground the shape of the monolithic rock.
You can all mark off a short rest.
Thanks.
You're also level 5. Congrats. Woo! That was like the two, both Kian and Rory, both with the same arm at the exact same speed and time and tempo. That was weird.
You. Last night, I had more of a dream than I normally do. And she looks towards Mariana. Wesley was there.
I mean, with the stuff we've been going through, it's not a surprise you've been thinking of old friends.
He didn't know who I was. And he didn't look exactly like himself. But Chicken was there too.
Kind of sounds like Wesleyan anyway, to be honest.
That's true. That's true. He did get very old very quickly. And then he died. So, from what I can recall, he doesn't like the fact that you're killing the rabbit stash. So, please stop that.
I'm not like on a campaign against rabbits. It's just a hunt.
Rabbits don't have nipples, so please stop.
They do.
You do.
Do
At
they?
least 8.
8?
Yeah.
She's just down.
Eos learning about mammals
Too
for the
much
first time.
Anywho, in this area that we're in at the moment, there's a rock that's been in another dream. Wesson believes this monolithic rock, and she points at it with her stick in the ground, holds some importance. Now, I believe it was Wesson. Seemed like Wesson. Sounded like him. Same warmth. But he showed me things I could never do before. Incredible things, which hopefully the future holds. But anywho, I took him on a tour. Showed him where he is now, as far as we're aware. His home. He wants us to knock it down, apparently. But this rock, some kind of key or North Star, something. But it is in this area.
There's a rock somewhere around here that he wants us to go to.
Yeah. taller than Slate.
Don't take this wrong, Eos, but would you let Algin check you over?
Sure.
Just to
Brush
make sure
yourself
you're not suffering from fatigue or anything, you know.
Can I,
I'm not doubting you, but just dreams are, well, from Weslin's very own words, fluid. So
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean they're true.
Ooh, Eos messages Maedriana. So in your mind, Maedriana, you hear you can control dreams like a river.
So while Algin is checking you out, I'm hoping you'll get a message back saying, are you saying he's a dreamweaver?
I don't know. Don't know why he is. But he is Wes. As a reply. Eos says, arms up.
I do a medicine check on.
I'm going to assist.
Let's see.
I also know a little something about that.
26.
Sheesh.
Hell yeah.
Just, you know, making sure she's hydrated, fed. This isn't like a...
I mean, clinically she's fine. Again, probably a bit of mental wear and tear going on there that I think should apply to medicine checks when you're doing these kinds of things. But it isn't something that maybe is heavy as what Dash is dealing with, but there is something there. She had a bad start to her morning, so I'm sure that was also reflected in her energy. But physically, she seems fine.
I turn to Maedriana and say, physically, yeah. Like, she's ready to stab. I just feel like she may want to more. I don't know. But it's Eos.
I don't suppose you were told where this stone was.
This is the thing. I feel like it's near where I live. But as you know very well, Maedriana, I've never ventured very, very, very far at all away from my hometown. Except for that one place where I met Drell. But it is within the area.
That place you met Drow, is that round here as well?
It's a bit northwards of my village. Abandoned ghost town.
So it's a fair ways away.
Is it easy
fair
to
ways
get
away.
to, or is mission impossible?
It's a bit of mission to get there. About at least a day's travel. I took it slowly, took it at a time. Had an old map.
That's a conversation we're definitely going to have, but for now, might I suggest Dash? Despite your other inadequacies, your drawings are actually quite exemplary. Why don't you take a sketch of what Eos describes to you of this rock and maybe its surroundings, if you remember, Eos?
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Should we put on some tea and get to it?
Absolutely.
Has anyone got any mashed potato you can mould? Wait. We'll have to wait until back home.
You do so many things with it. You can boil it, mash it, stick in a stew.
Leo starts kind of trying to draw out with the stick in the ground the shape of the monolith, describe it. And the drawing gets more and more elaborate and messy as it goes on because artistry is not her thing.
Dash
There's a smiley face in the corner of a sun, you know.
Dash will take Eos's descriptions and try to, as best as possible, sketch them down as accurately as she describes them.
She does a typical thing of measuring herself in regards to height. She's like, it's about 1 3/4 meet tall.
Okay, 1 second. So he does it to scale version of EOS, scale down, and then scale the monolith up accordingly. So she's kind of there in the sketch. It's EOS side profile looking at the monolith from roughly 10 feet away. So we have a good measurement of the size of it.
Some kind of weird runes in the middle. Kind of arc out. Like twigs.
Surrounding it, open field, trees.
Open, beautiful field. On top of a mound.
Okay, so it kind of.
There was a boil
do that.
again. It could have been Wes. I don't know.
Well, we'll substitute you in there for easier reference. And you got a good side profile, to be fair. Good for sketching. And you see, he kind of gets the shades of purple in there. It's like, the hood shadows kind of masking her face as well.
Can you put Ducky there?
Sure, why not? Struggles with horses a bit. Can never quite get the neck. It's almost slightly too short on the neck. It's like I can never get the horses down. It's just they always come out looking a bit cow-like. I don't know. It was always my weak point, but here's as good an example as I can get. It kind of does look like cow ducky, but it's close.
Don't show us.
I know something about drawing. And for me, it's always been the hands. The hands are always awkward. I mean, let's see Eos's hands. How did you draw them? I always struggle with that.
In her pockets, of course.
I don't have.
You doing this? Look, I put pockets in your cloak. And it's actually like a really quite elaborate cloak with little designs down the seams.
Rory, you did actually highlight a few sessions ago that it does in fact have pockets. So.
Oh no way! Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So.
I think I remember it.
Yeah, it has pockets. Yeah.
Man, I gotta write that down.
So you can see when he's drawing the cloak, you can see kind of his mother's inspiration. That he's doing quite accurate, kind of, I suppose, clothing seamstress drawings. So you can kind of see where the stitches and stuff would be. It's just
You get a sense of foreboding in the drawing.
Shadows usually do the trick. Just kind of drawing some shadows to darken it.
Dash, you're very good at this.
Dash, I have a question about those shadows.
Yes.
Should you put red eyes in there?
What are you talking about?
Manifestation is. Show me what they look like.
Just quickly flicks over the page and just sketches their campsite and the red eyes hovering over his own tent.
Do they look like these, Dash? She uses thaumaturgy, their red glowing eyes.
Do they look like that to you? He lives away in a different world he's created. Again, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mean, it's entirely up to you guys. You guys are doing this, not me. I thought you were talking to Rory. Sorry.
The eyes that so she's turned her eyes red. Is that what Dash would have seen, or is it more like
it's like a
Haunter in Lavender Town?
It's like on a actually, you know what it looks like when you were. Lavender Town's a great example. So you go upstairs in Lavender Town, you meet Cubone's mom for the first time, Marowak, and it is the saddest story in fucking Pokemon. But before you recognize what it is, it's like this silhouette. It's not ghastly. It's just kind of people. You would assume it is based on the shape, but it's just this kind of sort of silhouette of a circle. But there was kind of a deer shape to what you saw, and it just moved behind the trees and vanished.
Cool. So I'm gonna draw that. And
does it also look like a cow?
Io steps back a bit when she sees the drawing of the deer with the red eyes.
Put in the antlers. Oh, you look nervous.
Yeah.
Just to check, DM, you said that I saw the footprints, right?
Yep. They're now gone for you too, though.
Yeah, so I'll take the Dash's journal off of him and his pencil, pen, whatever it is that he uses, and I'll draw the footprints as best as I can.
I'll save you on there. Dash has already redrawn the footprint, one of the footprints with his hand.
You're really good at drawing feet, Dash.
Oh,
If it makes you feel any better, I saw it too. Didn't see the eyes. I think you're just tired, but the footprints I saw.
That's a problem.
What is it?
That's a problem.
The footprints?
No,
Yeah.
the thing. I've seen that.
You've seen it?
Not eye to eye, but in my mind's eye when I sleep, kind of.
Where?
think-
What does it do? What's it called?
Doesn't do much, just shows up and ugh.
Have I heard anything like this in kind of fairy tales or anything, DM?
well, let's roll a history check and have a look.
It always wants something. Not from me, but from behind me.
That's a 6.
There's not.
Well, something from behind you.
It's like you're. I think it's a thing when you walk on the street and you think someone's trying to get your attention, but it's not a person.
No,
I think it's trying to talk to my other voice.
I pulled that trick before so Alyssa could rob someone. You just wave to them, almost looking at them, they wave back and they're like embarrassed and distracted, and then she can just lift their pouch. It works though.
That thing exists.
Can I have a quick look at the footprint
Sure.
and the drawing? With what I see from any of the, texts or anything I would have read over the years with my mom and stuff, or anything that would have even correlated any similarity with any of what Dash described here.
As is known, I allow 2 checks on anything, so you may take the second one and go ahead and make a history check. $21.
21.
I mean, there are children's stories that, like all sorts of children's stories that would line up to this. There are definitely ones that you would find in your local library. But there's stories about things like, it depends where you're from. Like there's the Hollow Crown, the Horned Root, the Thornfather. All of these things lean into stories of different kind of creatures similar to this that have been seen throughout different places, different times, all seeming to be, generally speaking, in the shadows. Sometimes they haunt the dreams of people, sometimes in the shadows of like things like this in forests and stuff. Sometimes they appeared in visions, and usually it's like a thing like the Ring. It's like 7 days after you see this, bad things will happen kind of story, but not as I don't want to say corny because the Ring's great, but it's like, not as direct as that. It's just an omen of sorts. One to throw onto the log pile of omens you guys are seeing lately.
Have we, or have I, because I saw the footprints, have I seen them on the Isle? On, like, round where the forest and that was?
On the Crescent Pearl?
Yeah.
You've never seen footprints like this before.
Okay, cool.
With what I remembered from like the history check and what I would have known, I'd relay that to the guys that this, from what I would know it to be some form of bad omen, kind of bad sign. So kind of realizing that, yeah,
Also,
Eos was saying
Always
this is not
portrayed.
good.
Sorry, Carl, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. I literally finished at the same time.
Sorry, yeah. Also, just to add to that, like another thing you explain is that this is always fictional. Like this isn't so like a fact or a hard fact or anything. This is kid's story. Like it's not something that you would take literally, you know?
Having had this relayed to us about the kid's story and the, like you say, various equivalents of different creatures in different places and people having things happen to them after a period of time, I'm going to turn to Dash and say, do you think there's any significance to the eyes being on your tent then?
I don't know, but I have a sudden feeling like we should leave.
No.
Like we can. Would your house not be safer?
It'd be nicer, but like finish our tea, breakfast. It's a couple of hours journey.
Yeah, obviously have food and stuff, but then
I'm happy to leave now.
I feel unnerved here.
If you enter the forest respectively, the forest will respect you. You killed the rabbits. You upset the nature.
Death is part of the circle of life. Those rabbits aren't killed for no reason. They're not going to waste. That's
No, thanks to Slate, they're not going to waste.
They wouldn't have gone to waste regardless. If we weren't here, they wouldn't die anyway. But that's nature. Death is part of nature. It's necessary. Death begins new life.
Let's hope you feel the same way when it comes for you, apparently.
I'll accept it when it does come.
Dash,
Eldrin.
maybe we take a walk. Not where the... Feeling fine. I would like to also say I'm not holding my symbol right now.
Oh, how are you doing, Eldrin?
I'm fine. I had a good sleep. Yeah, it was good. Dash, I have an idea. Kid's tale or not a kid's tale. Eos is simply thinking, this is bad in a way, it's not good. And, the circle of life right now is you killed some rabbits. Fine, cool. You needed sustenance, you needed, pelt, whatever. Perhaps if we were to restore the balance or maybe nurture nature in a way, we would maybe respect the forest, show that it's not some form of we're in here to take over. We're here to get what we can from nature, but also give back to nature. If we take a walk and help give back to the forest, maybe the forest will forgive. I feel this is quite insane, but a lot of insane things have happened, and I feel like that's what Eos is basically saying.
You could be right. I have an idea. And Dash just kind of dashes over about 20, 30 feet away and starts digging for worms.
Just digging for worms? Okay.
Yeah.
Ringworm?
Sure, you've heard worms. You're near a
regular
river, so yeah, sure.
Cool. And then he's going to go back to the tree with the yellow-crested warbler nest, climb up and deposit the worms in said nest.
Okay.
I want to
Does he
follow
touch
and see
the
what
nest?
is.
No, he's just kind of hands over and just... Well, he'll check if the warbler is there first, but if not, then he'll just...
You can animal handling check.
I would like to assist by going over to him, and yeah.
He's already pretty high in the tree. I don't know if you've got a climb speed.
I'll guide him and say, don't do this, and don't rush it, and
Guidance touch?
be careful with them.
I'll say guidance is touch.
No, not guidance, assist with animal handling. By shouting up at him.
Okay. If you're proficient at animal handling, then you may, yes. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll allow it. It's fine.
Nat 20!
Is it?
That's a nat 20 for animal handling.
I rolled a 10 and still nearly bet you're nat 20. That's how proficient I am.
You wait a moment until the warblers go in search of food. stockpiling their nest, not going far. Generally, they don't. If they leave the nest at all. But you pick a moment, a window of opportunity that you knew was coming. You run up and you dump some worms in and hope to Minerva that they don't escape between now and the time that the birds return. But usually they're not gone long, at least one of them isn't. You climb back down the tree. Order restored once again.
There we go.
And then you see 52 rabbits just waiting. No, I'm kidding.
I'm out of there.
Good. 6-foot rabbits.
Like swole as shit.
A bunch of ticks on their backs, just riding them.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko style rabbits.
Yeah.
I hate that movie. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Perfect. Then it's Donnie
It's the
Darko.
children the ones that were killed.
Nice choice, man.
That scene where he's with the knife in the mirror, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
no. God, I hate it. I hate it.
Ash,
I've had the birds.
do you feel better having fed the birds and been
I-
kind to nature?
I always feel better more often than not, I feel better in nature, and always when I'm watching birds.
Good. Hopefully the forest has taken notice of this gesture and will relieve you of your night terrors.
I didn't have a night terror. What I saw
Oh.
was real.
It's a terror that happened in the night.
You know, in Palparoth, you might be sectioned for speaking like this, but honestly, it makes
Breaks
a lot
under
of
you'd
sense.
be sectioned for looking like this, so let's not judge too quick.
I'm not judging. I'm trying to say that it's a shame that you would be thought of in that way, because it's quite nice, this whole being at one with nature idea.
Maybe Palparot needs to be more with nature instead of being a concrete jungle.
It fucking does. No argument here.
Eos, I have a question.
Of course, Slate. What can I do for you?
So, the rabbits are more or less a no-no. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Unrelated, but so eggs. I point up to the nest. What's the story with those? Scrambled egg, poached egg. I'm gonna start mentioning
Oh.
the different recipes and ways to season them and say, are they edible? I'm just trying
Slate
to learn
would
what
definitely
what's
hear a
they-
stomach
what's
rumble.
not here.
Typically for eggs, my mom, or when I get sent out, all covered up, we pick them up from the market. A bunch of farmers in the area, they show up once a week. We collect them. We keep them in it's like a cabinet. And there's this man who arrives every now and then with these cubes of ice box, I think it's called. We typically get them from the market. Wild eggs, I don't know much about. I do think some birds are rarer than others. If you want it, it's up to you.
I think Slate's point is more, where do you draw on the line of what's okay and what's not?
Oh, typically if something's running at you and attack you, you don't want to eat it.
So the eggs are okay because they haven't hatched, aren't running at us, aren't attacking us. So that's the...
I'm having a real difficult time finding an argument for that logic. There's a real sound logic to that somewhere.
Strangely sound logic.
Yeah.
I say Slate, Eos, leave
Well,
Dash.
have you seen the
detective
mother feeding?
eggs.
Dash is not technically the mother.
Well, he's the stepfather right now. He's just given
Gavin? Who's
a
he?
bit.
First Jesus Christ, now Gavin.
Gavin the Raven.
Oh,
You'll see him
invented
around here
Christianity,
sometime, I'm sure. Okay.
Wait, so do you become a step parent if you give people food? If
That's
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
case, like
Doesn't
when
the
you go
smell
down the
of your-
street, you give people food, like that are hungry, like are you
Why do you
then
think
their
I've been-
parents?
Yeah. Why do you think I've been giving Hatsu so much respect? He's been feeding me. Step Hatsu.
That's
You would know more about birds than I would.
Oh, that reminds me. And he throws a powerball at you.
I literally catch it in my mouth.
You're gonna start plashing.
Make a dexterity saving throw. Let's see if you catch it in your mouth. Or
my
you can
God.
do acrobatics.
Ken's
if
on
you
one
want.
tonight.
Oh, I'm so nervous for that.
I really want you to. This is cool.
No way.
Dexterity save and throw. Okay, let's do it. Go on.
I saw that roll, Dash. Eldrin with your 12, as you go to catch it, it looks pretty good. And then you just see a hand grab it. And there's a powerball in Dash's hand.
I hold it out to him and stare down the rest. Don't you dare touch those fucking eggs.
See, that was what I was thinking too, Dash. If you touch the egg, the scent of you, and then the mother kicks it out.
That's a myth.
You look over as the bird kicks. No, I'm just kidding.
Beat my powerball, and I'm
That would go dark, man. Everyone running to catch it.
I'm gonna put
I mean, my
We're in the
powerball,
side
I'm
quest
like-
of Dash babysitting birds.
not quite, not quite.
Yes, arm, just very gently, very lightly, just to get her attention back to the conversation we were having before the big offshoot. And I'd want to talk in a low tone. I'm not necessarily whispering, but I'm just bringing the energy down and focused and calm. And I'm going to say, Eos, in all the time I've known you, you haven't maybe shared as much as I maybe would have liked, but it was nice to hear about your family and your mother growing up and breakfast and eggs and the farm and the ice. What's your favorite type of egg? What's your favorite way to eat them?
Ooh. So, thankfully, because of what I can do, I hold the pot in my hand and I count to 172, and then the egg is ready. So just peel off the cap of the egg. You take the spoon, you slice it off, and it slowly starts to melt, and you eat it as fast as you can.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. You know I'm into cooking. I have never eaten an egg cooked like that, and I really want to see that.
Oh, it's good.
Do you want to have some now?
You have eggs?
Yeah, and I point up to the tree.
Rory's so torn.
Make a persuasion check, Slate. This persuasion check is specifically between Slate and Eos, so Rory, you can decide on this how you would be influenced. Is that a nat 20? No.
That's a big number, Rory. So yeah, you
27 is
convinced
fine.
Eos. She's hungry, man.
Dash did say he was part of this conversation just moments ago. You do see how persuaded Eos is. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to make you do inside because we're kind of pushing time here. Yeah.
Big sigh from Dash. He climbs back up the tree and sits there in front of the nest. And he takes out one dagger, lays it across his lap.
You going to eat the eggs raw, Dash?
They're not going to be touched.
But Eos really wants eggs.
I will
Now, so-
die in this tree before I let you near them.
I feel we're missing the
It
point
is-
of Dash has tried to redeem himself and get rid of the demons of the forest by doing something good. And you've persuaded the lady of the forest here,
I'm hungry.
Slate, to eat life within the forest.
That's what we all do when anything is killed to be eaten. Actually, I was trying to bond with Eos and have her relive her childhood and have a nice moment before she goes home.
You made me hungry, Slate.
I thought that would have been lovely, but if you want to take that from her, I understand, and I walk away.
We're only-
The warbler is a
2
protected
hours.
species.
The conversation
protected.
is disrupted by a golden bee that flies up around the nest and down the path where you are all reminded to continue.
Yeah, it's 2 hours to.
You look around and Hatsu's already folding up his tent. He saw that and just...
Be in need. Leave the tree. Let's go.
Well, I know what I'm having when I get home.
Warbler eggs. One of the main things you can get in
After the
Asazaki.
stream,
It's
I'm
an
making a boiled egg, man.
Yeah. A delicacy in Asazaki.
Good. Protect the species, just didn't say who's protecting.
You fold away your tents. Madriana, are you slarting it or are you guys huffing it?
No.
2 hours. We make that in an hour and a half if we have the slot. So I'll put it on the ground, press the button. Come on, Optimus slot. Let's go.
Strap the horses in, and
Ducky, you take the lead.
Ducky takes the lead. Hatsu on horseback.
Dash will make a point just to go to the river and just kind of wet his face and just kind of get his hair back organized and just
Start screaming immediately as a leech is on your forehead.
not again.
I want to stay near Eos and do Bubba from Forrest Gump about, all the different types of shrimp. I just want to talk about eggs all the time.
Poached,
every type of egg,
boiled,
every type of seasoning,
scrambled,
bread,
deviled.
butter. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Shakshuka will change your life.
Scotch egg.
Scotch. That's what I was trying to remember. Scotch.
God damn, man.
As you all
By the way,
leave. Rhino, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I forgot that, I don't know if we said it on stream or whether it was in the chat, but we decided on a name for the slot.
Oh yeah.
It's the Moon Rider.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'll give you that color too if you want, like kind of ivory moon color. Not made of actual ivory though. We've already done some poaching today. I think we're good.
Oh my god.
Um,
How much do you want for your slur?
you all leave, boisterous, energy high. The group may leave this area, but we don't. Barely an hour later, a figure appears. Cloak up, approaching the campsite. Mostly hidden. You guys are pretty good at covering up your tracks at this point. Slate's made a point of that. Kneels down. Huh. They stand up and continue following the path. And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Boss music. Damn it.
Great. I'm sure that's fine. But how about we just turn this into a nice little cozy adventure, like
Stardew Valley, the game, like
Stardew Valley.
This isn't
yeah.
lo-fi D&D.
Yeah, let's just turn it to lo-fi.
Could be.
This is stressful, Can we establish Hobbiton and just be like little hobbits?
Gosh, I'm just going to say those eggs. If this whole prophecy about creatures and a couple of days later,
Alright, it's 2 boiled eggs. I'm having.
if you died, these eggs could have been your last meal, and if you die before you've had it, I'm just saying it's important to think.
I
about
had
these
some delicious rabbit, so I'm fine.
And when that warbler comes back and chokes on that worm and dies, and then eggs never go anywhere or do anything, then, it's wasted.
Shut up.
As we bring our
Ash's
session to an
parental
end,
instincts will kick in. It'll be fine.
as we bring our session to an end, a few things. First of all, it was great to see you today, John. Appreciate having you here. Thank you for joining us. I believe John will be part of the post show, so make sure you get your questions in chat. Beyond that, we hit a milestone, and we are thrilled about it. So we got a substantial amount of followers over the last few weeks. We attribute it to our extra plays and extra. Oh my god, what's the other one? That's the other one.
Extra pass.
Extra pass? Is it called extra pass? Yeah, that's why. It was because of multipass. Right. I threw myself off. Extra play, extra pass. we've had a lot of activity on Twitch, which of course
And TikTok
means
went, "Doom."
that we've reached a certain milestone. I see Kyle covering his face because he knows what that milestone is. It appears to be time for another pepper. In fact, possibly 2, but we will not do them on the same week. Next up is Eldrin.
I actually feel sick.
Kyle will be
Just to
consuming a
clarify,
pepper.
he has to do 2 peppers, so the next person will be 3 peppers instead. Okay, 2
Kyle,
peppers.
Face
Kyle.
off.
I don't think Kyle could do 2 peppers. We will be getting our hands on peppers now. Given how things were previously, trying to get our hands on peppers and stuff, I'm not going to promise that it'll be this week coming, but we're going to try. But we will throw it on our socials the second it arrives from Mr. Kyle, so that you can be prepared and know to join that particular post show if that's what you're interested in, and it will also be on YouTube a week later. Yeah, we appreciate all the follows and support and the new subs. We got like waves of like subs and chats and all sorts of stuff. There's crazy stuff going on. I can't actually see chat at the moment. It kept distracting me, so I've taken it away so I can be more present in the session because I'm having difficulty multitasking. So it has been for myself and for my sanity. I have been more present in the session, so I don't see chat, but we do appreciate you and I love you very much. We have our wonderful mods. Nessie is taking care of things. I know that he was in chat earlier. We've also, anyone who's doing streams at the moment is a mod. So we have Busy because he's doing our Valheim streams. We have Kian because of Extra Pass, and we have Roy because of Extra Play as well. So make sure that you give them some love, and thank you guys for your hard work. We'll be back we'll be back in a few minutes with our post show. We will be back with, I'm not sure who's going to be there. We'll sort that out in a second. And we'll do the post show. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Does that sound okay to everyone?
Perfect. Yeah.
Cool. Nice one. All right then. Well, thank you. If you joined us, podcast listeners, we appreciate you. We love you. Contrary to what it sounds like in the post show. We do love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much for always listening and stuff. And those of you on YouTube, there's a supplementary episode. Those of you on Twitch, hang with us. Ask some questions. We're excited to hear what you have to say. In the meantime, though, we shall BRB, or in some cases, saying goodbye. Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
That's my sound now. Ciao, ciao.